Charles D. Sheehy, your Boston area Nissan dealers, Dairy Queen, Bosch Tools, Hub International New England, and by DraftKings Sportsbook.
After 39 long years, the Cup is back home. The Bruins are 2011 Stanley Cup champions.
Now, here's Ryan Johnston and Bob Beers.
From TD Garden in Boston, tonight the Boston Bruins open up a 3-game homestand coming off of 3 straight on the road as they welcome in the Dallas Stars for the first time this season. Great to have you with us. Alongside Bob Beers, I'm Ryan Johnston as we count you down to face-off between the Bruins and the Stars coming up just after 7 o'clock tonight. Bruins coming off a 4-0 loss to the Nashville Predators on Tuesday night. And a big problem for this team early on in the season has been the penalties. Jim Montgomery's team shorthanded 6 times in that game on Tuesday. They've taken more minor penalties than any other team in the league.
It's discipline. We're taking far too many stick penalties, and especially you want to prevent scoring chances and take good penalties, and usually you're going to kill those off. We're having too many in the offensive zone, and we got to sharpen that up.
It's been an issue for them, and it's not like it's the first time it happened against the Nashville Predators. It's happened to them several times so far this season, and it's been addressed. It's been talked about. Now you have to see some results from it. There's a way to check. There's a way to check with your feet, and there's a way to check when you're reaching. And those offensive zone penalties are just killers, right? I mean, unfortunately, Jones he got 2 of them last game against Nashville. He's back out of the lineup here today. He's trying to find some footing in this Bruins lineup, but won't be here tonight. But they're not always momentum killers, but when you've just got you're playing the same guys over and over and over again, and it's taxing on them. You want to get into a rhythm 5-on-5, or even with your man advantage. The penalties are going to happen, that, but the ones that are just unnecessary. And I get it. Some guys are new here. They want to establish themselves. They want to, they want to be impactful, whether it's on the forecheck or whether it's on the defensive side. Zadorov's had a bunch of penalties here this season. Those I kind of get that, but you got to find that line right now because it's hurting the team, and it's not the only reason they're losing games, but it is one of the reasons. And now they've got to find a way to, to stay away from some of these unnecessary penalties. We talk about unnecessary icings. We talk about unnecessary things that happen during games. Well, penalties are one of them. And if you can avoid it, and especially when you're in that offensive end, I know you want to establish a forecheck, but you're in that offensive end, not a time to be taking it.
Bruins started that road trip well with a 5-3 win over Colorado, but just 1 goal scored in the last 2 games of the trip in Utah and Nashville. So what's Jim Montgomery's message to the team about offense?
Yeah, just to keep working. We cannot beat ourselves, and that it's a long season. We got to keep grinding. We got to get better and better every day.
There's guys who have had some good chances to score. Pasternak was in alone twice last game. Zach has had multiple opportunities to bury a couple of chances, and he's been unable to do it. You hope that they're going to break through here at some point. But it also goes back to what we talked about prior to the Nashville game, how well they break the puck out of their own zone. You can't establish a forecheck. You can't establish an offense if you can't break the puck out of your own zone. And if you're always going back for it, and you're putting in people's skates, or it's getting tipped away, and it's hitting a skate or a stick from the opponent, or you're always wrapping it around and you're not getting it out with any authority, you can't establish any speed through the neutral zone or any attack. And by the time you finally get the puck out of the zone, you're going for a line change, so you can't establish that forecheck. So it kind of goes hand in hand. You want to be able to establish those chances. You want to be able to create those opportunities for yourself. And there have been pockets where guys have had opportunities. They just haven't buried it. But you go back to just shot attempts last game, especially through a couple of periods, and it was just lopsided, right, in terms of Nashville having a lopsided number over the Bruins. And then you can go back to the Colorado game, and through 2 periods, the Bruins had a lopsided total because they broke the puck out of their end, and they established their forecheck, and they went on the attack a lot. That just has not happened consistently enough for the Bruins to have any success.
We saw Jim Montgomery make some pretty significant line changes in that game on Tuesday. He'll make a few more today, trying to get some of these guys jump-started offensively, including centerman Charlie Coyle.
You got to find ways to get to the net more. It's usually a kind of a simple fix. You look at some video. Maybe we're not getting the inside as much as we need to. sometimes you get to claw your way to get those goals, second, third, fourth efforts, rebounds. When that starts going to the net, simplifying things and putting yourself in positions to, get shots, receive passes, go to the net, get rebounds. It's usually just got to simplify things. Sometimes you can overthink it. Who knows we're doing that right now? Look at some video and we'll just get better from it.
Yeah, Charlie's one of those guys looking for answers right now. He's very good in terms of his answers. It sounds to me they're searching a little bit right now, based on that. And I think trying to keep it in complete perspective, they're 500 on the year. You've got 7 games, you got 7 points. Have they played as well as they need to? No. There's nobody in the room trying to kid themselves about that. You're 500. You've got 2 really difficult games. I mean, they're all difficult, but you've got 2 real difficult games coming up here. Dallas is one of the favorites in the West. Toronto Maple Leafs coming in on Saturday. They're one of the favorites in the East. All know their firepower. So trying to figure it out here at home, get themselves going, get into a bit of a groove, get some of those greasy goals if that's what Charlie Coyle's talking about, and hopefully it starts a snowball from there.
Well, as we continue here on our Bruins pregame show, we'll go around the NHL, including Paul Maurice and the Panthers taking on the Rangers tonight.
The 3 games we like the most have been our playoff rivals. We would know going in there, they're on a roll at the start, they're healthy.
We'll hear more from Bruins head coach Jim Montgomery about improvements that he wants to see.
An area that needs to vastly improve in our game is our breakouts and coming out of D-zone. So we're more connected and we're all on the same page, playing a little bit quicker.
And up next, we'll take a look at tonight's opponent, old friend Tyler Seguin and the Dallas Stars.
Behind the net, centers, and a shot couldn't get through. Rebound, score, Tyler Seguin. And they are within a goal.
That's all on the way here on the 98.5, the Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealers.
At Navigant Credit Union, our customers are our owners, which means your business success is our business success. Own your skill, own your goals, own your credit union. Navigant Credit Union, federally insured by NCUA.
Our daughter Jessie loves playing detective.
A clue.
But since we discovered she has sensitive skin, we've been playing detective too.
We thought the problem was our puppy.
But it was actually our old detergent.
Aha.
So we switched to Tide Free and Gentle. Tide cleans better than the leading competitive free detergent, and it doesn't leave behind irritating residues.
Plus, Tide Free and Gentle has no dyes or perfumes, so it's gentle on her skin.
Case closed.
If it's got to be clean, it's got to be Tide Free and Gentle.
What's that sound? That's the sound of Downy Unstoppable scent beads going into your washing machine and giving your clothes freshness that lasts all day long. There it is again. It's like music to your ears, or more like music to your nose. That freshness is irresistible. Let's get a Downy Unstoppables bottle shake. And now a sniff solo. Nice. With Downy Unstoppable, you just toss, wash, wow, for all-day freshness.
One of our Sports Hub hosts will...
There's high school, and then there's St. Raphael Academy, where students thrive in small classes, a college-style learning experience, and a supportive community. At St. Raphael Academy, every student is inspired and challenged to excel academically, athletically, and spiritually. Is your child ready to achieve their fullest potential? Become a saint. Attend St. Raphael Academy's final open house on Sunday, November 3rd at noon. Register online at strays.org/open house.
Felger and Maz, afternoons 2 to 6 on the Sports Hub.
Stars come out of their own zone. Miro Heiskanen galloping. He was pressured by Tuck. Thompson ahead for Tuck. He's going to skate and put it into the empty net. Ending the drama and ending the furious comeback bid for Dallas.
Back here at TD Garden, Bruins and the Dallas Stars coming up. And as we take a look at the Stars, they come in tonight with a 5-2 record on the season. They won their first 4 games out of the gate, have lost 2 of their last 3, including a 4-2 loss in Buffalo on Tuesday night to open up this road trip. And Coach Pete DeBoer was not a fan of his team's performance in that one.
The story of the game was their execution was better than ours, power play included, but 5-on-5 too. And I thought they were hungrier than us. They blocked more shots, they won more battles, won more face-offs. Tough to go on the road and win if you're not as desperate as the other team.
Yeah, I mean, look, that's an eye-opener, right? The Dallas Stars losing to the Buffalo Sabres, that just goes to prove that any team can be beaten on any night, right? If you're not ready to play, and Buffalo has come out slow this season, but they take it to Dallas in that game, or at least got the victory in that game for the Dallas Stars on this road trip. So I would expect a hungry Dallas Stars team in here today against the Bruins. They're good. They're deep. They're a strong lineup. They're one of the favorites out west, rightfully so. And one of the best teams, I think, like top to bottom. When you start looking at their lineup, and you know, I know they lose Pavelski from last year, he retired, but they're still strong, and they've got some younger guys who have fit in seamlessly. It seems like with this organization, done the nice job down in the American Hockey League. Now have come up here and are doing the job in the NHL. So you know, you got a mix of a blend of, you know, the Tyler Sagans and the Jamie and the Bens, and then you've got some of the younger guys as well. And oh yeah, you got Miro Heiskanen on defense, who I think is one of the best in the NHL in that position. Certainly deserves recognition, you know, for the best defenseman and Norris. And then in net, I think Ottinger's a bit of a wild card for them. You know, I think in the long run, he's had really good stretches. Signed a very similar contract to Swayman. In fact, it might have been the same contract as Swayman signed. He goes good stretches where he's really good, and then he has a couple of hiccups, you know. So a little inconsistent yet for his game, but when he's on, he's definitely on.
Well, the Stars have been ultra stingy defensively and in net so far. They've given up less than 2 goals per game over the course of the first 7. Offensively, their power play has struggled a bit out of the gate. Just 2 for 21 so far, but Captain Jamie Benn says it wasn't just the man advantage misfiring on Tuesday night.
It's frustrating. It seemed like we haven't really found it yet this year. You know, I think probably tonight it was just kind of a reflection of our 5-on-5 game. Just not working hard enough. Not working hard enough away from the puck, supporting the puck. You know, not winning any battles, and you know, face-offs as well.
You know, it's funny, you go back to that game that the Bruins lost against the Florida Panthers, the second time they played the Panthers, and what was the big conversation after that? Not winning enough battles. You know, I mean, it's pretty simple sometimes, you know, when you hear players say it or you hear coaches say it. There's a lot that goes into a game plan. There's a lot that goes into, you know, your positioning, whether it's on the forecheck, in the neutral zone, how you defend, those type of things. But sometimes it comes down to the battles. And sometimes it comes down to where you're supporting the puck, battles, smart decisions with and without the puck. And, you know, you hear, I mean, these teams talk about it all the time. And, you know, they know what it takes to get there because they've been there, you know, deep in playoff runs. So, and Ben has been there. And he's trying to, you know, get his team to believe in that on a nightly basis. Not easy for 82 games, but believe in it on a nightly basis. As bad as the power play has been, the penalty killing is #1 in the NHL. So it's going to be a tough one for the Bruins to try to come out on top in that department.
Well, we're getting you ready for the Bruins and the Dallas Stars with a face-off coming up just after the top of the hour. Coming up next, Joe Murray will give us a check of Sports Hub headlines here on the 98.5, the Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealers.
Hi, I'm Angie Hicks, co-founder of Angie. When you use Angie for your home projects, you know all your jobs will be done well. Roof repair? Done well. Kitchen sink install? Done well. Deck upgrades? Done well. Electrical upgrade? Done well. Angie's been connecting homeowners with skilled pros for nearly 30 years, so we know the difference between done and done well. Hire high-quality, certified pros at Angie.com.
At Navigant Credit Union, our customers are our owners, which means your business success is our business success. Own your skill, own your goals, own your credit union. Navigant Credit Union, federally insured by NCUA.
There's high school, and then there's St. Raphael Academy, where students thrive in small classes, a college-style learning experience, and a supportive community. At St. Raphael Academy, every student is inspired and challenged to excel academically, athletically, and spiritually. Is your child ready to achieve their fullest potential? Become a saint. Attend St. Raphael Academy's final open house on Sunday, November 3rd at noon. Register online at strays.org/open house.
Jim was at the laundromat when he heard. His ear said, "Maraca, senor," but his nose said, "Hey, freshest scent ever." Following his nose, Jim found a man pouring Gain scent beads into the washer. The scent, the freshness. Jim blurted, "Sir, your scent maracas smell amazing." You could call them scent maracas, but most noses call them Gain scent beads. Try Gain scent beads. Way fresher than detergent alone.
Squadron Commander.
Outbound for check.
Plus Soccer Coach.
Bring it in, team.
Submarine Hunter.
Contact acquired.
And Big Sky Hunter.
See the Big Dipper?
Navy health benefits.
Open wide for me.
Plus some everyday perks.
Hey, buddy. I'm home early.
Never missing out. Never missing out.
Happy birthday to
America's
you.
Navy Reserve. It's everything you love about the Navy, plus everything else you just love. Learn more at NavyReserve.com.
The home of the Bees, the Sports Hub. Sports Hub headlines.
Celtics are back in action tonight as they're on the road into Washington. They will be without Sam Hauser, though he's dealing with a back injury. Tip-off for that one is at 7 p.m. Patriots, they're gearing up for their game with the Jets on Sunday. The injury report is out. Layden Robinson and Jalen Polk both were absent at practice today. Thursday night football features the Vikings heading to L.A. tonight to take on the Rams, and the World Series begins tomorrow night between the Yankees and Dodgers. Headlines, they are brought to you by Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Enjoy quick and convenient vehicle maintenance this month. Visit NewEnglandOilChange.com for 15% off your next drive-thru oil change at Valvoline Instant Oil Change, now open in Franklin, Billerica, and Peabody. I'm Joe Murray, Ryan and Bob. They'll take you around the NHL next on the 98.5 The Sports Hub, Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
The games play here.
Right Pastrnak steers it to the left corner. Krejci's got it. Right circle, Pastrnak fires, he scores! David Pastrnak! Jones under center, a give to Stevenson, runs it through the right side. Go! Goal, bounces outside 20, goodbye, to the 10, to the 5, end zone bound! Patriots take the lead! Touchdown, New England!
Bang, bang, two! You're listening to 98.5 The Sports Hub. Stay tuned for more.
The Nissan Rogue with available Google built-in helps you make the most of your drive. Take care of the small stuff, like,
hey Google, cool down my car.
And,
hey Google, turn on the dog feeder.
Or change up your adventure.
Hey Google, navigate me to the nearest music venue.
Handle your drive like a pro.
Experience the ultimate connection in the new 2024 Nissan Rogue. Now get a low $289 per month lease for 36 months on Rogue. Visit your local Nissan store and nissanusa.com today. Not equipped on all vehicles. Requires compatible device. Sequences shortened and simulated. Activation of Nissan Connect services package required. Only use features when safe and legal to do so. Data rates may apply. Subject to third-party service availability. Google, Google Play, and Google Maps are trademarks of Google LLC. Well-qualified lessees. 2024 Rogue S all-wheel drive. $47.79 initial payment excludes tax, title, and license. Disposition fee due at lease end. Take from new dealer stock. Call 1-888-858-8319 for offer details. Ends 11/4/24.
Bring the road to your living room with Assault Runner. Rated the best manual treadmill by Garage Gym Reviews. Endurance and HIIT workouts are effective, burning more calories than an average treadmill. Plus, it's easy to pay at your own pace. Get free shipping when you visit AssaultFitness.com.
Connect with Boston's home for sports online. 98.5 thesportshub.com.
Bruins and the Dallas Stars coming up. Now it's time to go around the NHL with eight other games on the league schedule tonight. We start with the Toronto Maple Leafs, who will be here in Boston on Saturday. But tonight, Leafs coach Craig Berube taking on his old team, the St. Louis Blues.
Obviously, there's a lot of there's emotions, but once the puck drops, it's over. We're just playing. We need a good response here tonight with our team. That's what I'm focused on.
Yeah, Toronto lost the other day to the Columbus Blue Jackets in their game, so they're 4-3 on the season, as are the St. Louis Blues. Not sure what's going to happen with St. Louis here. They lose Robert Thomas, one of their best forwards, maybe their best forward overall for long term here. He broke his ankle or leg the other day in a game, so he'll be out here for a while, but the Toronto Maple Leafs trying to bounce back after that loss to Columbus.
New Jersey Devils visiting Detroit. Red Wings coach Derek Lalonde says his guys need to be on their toes tonight.
High octane, obviously they score goals, well-balanced team. You could see on paper it was stacking up as an elite team in the league, and he had a really good test for us, another good test.
Yeah, New Jersey getting a little bit healthier as well on the back end with some guys coming back in the lineup, including Luke Hughes getting back there for them. So as well as Pesce is supposed to come back for them. He was a former Carolina Hurricane, but he's now a New Jersey Devil. So that'll be a tough matchup for Detroit. Detroit's 3-3 on the year. 15 goals for, 17 against, so not really lighting it up in any areas, especially offensively. So they're looking for a little bit of offense, and they'll have trouble today against the New Jersey team that's going to be revitalized by some of those guys getting back in the lineup, and then marks from in net for them as well.
The Wild are in Tampa to take on the Lightning. Minnesota still undefeated in regulation at 4-0-2. Forward Matt Boldy off to a great start with 8 points in 6 games.
I think we're just playing well right now. Doing the right things, helping each other out. But no, it's never easy, but the guys are playing awesome, so getting good goaltending, defense, breakouts, and we're scoring some goals.
Yeah, have not lost in regulation for the Minnesota Wild. Kaprizov's also off to a fast start for them. So it's a team that is looking good here to start the season, a team that missed the playoffs and want to get back in there. Tampa Bay Lightning, they're usually there towards the end, right? If they're 4-2, Kucherov back at it. He's right at the top, near the top league scoring.
Rematch of the Eastern Conference Final in Manhattan tonight. Paul Maurice and the Florida Panthers taking on the New York Rangers.
The 3 games we like the most have been our playoff rivals. We would know going in there. They're on a roll at the start. They're healthy. They got off to a very quick start, I believe, last year as well. So we're going to get all we can handle.
Yeah, I like that. You know, Florida, they get up for the bigger games, right? Get up for the bigger opponents. It seems like, especially this time of year when there's so much of a season to go before you get to those playoffs. And Florida Panthers know what it takes. Obviously, with the results last year, actually over the last couple of years. Rangers, though, something to prove, right? 5-0-1 so far this year. They're stacked. They're deep. They've got a very good team. They know it. Now they have to put it together when it really counts in the playoffs. But this will be a good matchup here tonight between these two teams.
Mentioned a 5-0-1 record for New York. 5-0-1 record for the Calgary Flames as they go to or host Carolina tonight.
Right up there is one of the biggest surprises to start the season. But Calgary looks good. They've done it the right way. They played hard. They played well. And you look at a Carolina Hurricanes team, though, 9 for 24 on the power play. They're going to be tough. Or excuse me, that's Colorado. Carolina 3-2 to start the season. Here, so a little mixed results for them for a team that's usually there at the end.
Avalanche will pay a visit to the Utah Hockey Club tonight. The 6-0 Winnipeg Jets surprising everybody out of the gate as well as they take on Seattle tonight.
Yeah, Winnipeg 6-0 and first in power play for the Winnipeg Jets to start the season. So another really good surprise for them. 27 goals for, only 10 against in their first 6 games.
And the San Jose Sharks, winless in their first 7, will take on the LA Kings. That's our look around the NHL. Bruins head coach Jim Montgomery joins us next on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealers.
At Navigant Credit Union, our customers are our owners, which means your business success is our business success. Own your skill, own your goals, own your credit union. Navigant Credit Union, federally insured by NCUA.
New Yorkers and visitors alike are heading to New York City's extraordinary experience that you have to feel to believe. Summit One Vanderbilt, an interactive multi-level experience of art, sky, and exploration. Discover exhilarating heights, explore reflective spaces, walk among floating silver orbs, and immerse yourself in spectacular views of New York. Book your visit at summitov.com and start your journey here.
With the VSP Individual Vision Plan, you're the one pulling the strings. Because when getting vision coverage through work isn't an option, taking care of your eye health comes with a lot of decisions that only you should make. Like choosing how to save on the lens enhancements you need, the right name brand frames for your style, and choosing your eye doctor from the nation's largest independent doctor network. Even how you enroll is up to you. Make the best decisions for your vision at the eye doctor's office, retail locations, and online with VSP Individual Vision Plans.
The Sports Hub is home to your favorite teams, the New England Patriots, the Boston Bruins, and the Boston Celtics. Hear every game home and away right here, and get all the latest news from the front office, the locker room, and more. Tune in, on air, online, or on the Sports Hub app. Download it today. One of our Sports Hub hosts will be with you shortly. Thanks for listening.
Football means more than a score. It means more than winning. Football means tailgates and home parties. And to make them great, you need McKinnon Super Butcher Shops. Kick off your football event with McKinnon steak tips, spare ribs, sausages, meat at McKinnon. Order now. Shop McKinnons.com.
The Celtics play here, the Sports Hub.
Our pregame interview with Jim Montgomery is brought to you by Safety Insurance, providing comprehensive coverage for your auto, home, and business. Ask your independent agent about safety. We'll help you manage life's storms.
Well, first off, let's go back to the game on Tuesday night against Nashville. You guys get shut out. Just one goal over the course of the last 2 games. What's the biggest reason why your offense hasn't been able to find the back of the net right now?
Well, I would say in Utah, the pace of our game wasn't very good. In Nashville, I would say we did create. We weren't successful on our 6 odd man rushes we had, and some of the backdoor open net shots we had on the power play. But an area that needs to vastly improve in our game is our breakouts and coming out of D zone. So we're more connected and we're all on the same page, playing a little bit quicker.
Yeah, you talked about that. I mean, that really kind of stood out, especially early on in that Utah game. It just felt like whether it was, the passes weren't connecting or pucks were just exploding on guys, nothing felt smooth in that game.
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't agree with you more. It was a game where we were very disjointed and just an overall disappointing effort by us.
How big are the penalties for you guys right now? And you guys are the most penalized team as far as power play time against goes in the league. How big of a detriment has that been to trying to get your offense going here?
It's really detrimental because you typically use 6 forwards that are going to penalty kill. So 6 guys are sitting there too long. And one of them is David Pastrnak. And it's, you want your best offensive players to be in a rhythm in the game, and it takes the rhythm out of the game.
One of the guys who's taken a lot of penalties so far is Nikita Zadorov. New guy here, kind of maybe learning his way here. What have you thought of his game overall so far?
He's had moments where he's been really good and really effective for us, and he's had moments where, it's because of, stick discipline, having it on the ice, or his angles, maybe some rush reads, and it's not just him, because it's been a lot of people. It looks like little disjointed at times, and we got to expect everybody to do their job and trust that other line mates or teammates or D partners will do their job.
Going into the game in Nashville the other night, you made some pretty significant line changes. Did you see any positives come out of those combos that you had on the ice the other night?
I thought the Lindholm line created some high-end chances. They didn't result in goals or shots on net. That was a positive. And besides that, I thought that the effort by the other 3 lines was really good. We just didn't create enough.
There had to have been a temptation before now to maybe shift around that so-called 4th line and see if you can move those guys around and maybe create some of that magic on the other lines. Why today?
Just because of the way that Dallas is really deep up front, and just they're a really fast skating team, and we just want more speed on every line.
Well, let's talk about the Stars. They come in here tonight, good, a lot of talent on that team, and been pretty stingy defensively and in goal so far this season. How do you take care of that tonight?
Well, by winning one-on-one battles, being first on pucks, and having quicker support to pucks offensively and defensively than them, that usually leads to you making them be on their heels and getting them caught in halfway in between, which leads to odd man rushes or leads to grade A chances.
I know a lot of coaches, especially early on in the season, kind of say it doesn't really matter who you play. We got to focus on ourselves. Do you ascribe to that logic?
Yeah, you really, the first 20 games, you really got to focus on yourself, because in order to play fast, in order to be predictable to each other, in order to know and trust that other people are doing their jobs, we got to reinforce that through video and conversations.
All right, appreciate the time. Good luck tonight.
Thank you.
It's Jim Montgomery, Bruins and Stars, coming up next.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station ID on the 98.5, the Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network.
Boston, the home of the Patriots, the Celts, the Rams, and the Bruins. Boston's home for sports is 98.5, the Sports Hub, a Paisley Media Group station.
Swayman, again, going to play it back out with 15 seconds left. He had it covered for a while, but wasn't going to wait for the whistle. 8 seconds left. Puck along the end boards of the Bruins zone. Sent around toward the far side, and Max Jones will get it and just let the clock expire. A 4-0 Predators win here on their home ice. After Tuesday night's loss in Nashville, head coach Jim Montgomery said a familiar theme continues to be an issue for his team.
It's discipline. You know, we're taking far too many stick penalties. You want to prevent scoring chances and take good penalties, and usually you're going to kill those off. We're having too many in the offensive zone, and we got to sharpen that up.
The Bruins will look to clean those up as they start a 3-game homestand at TD Garden against the Dallas Stars. And it's next.
Boston Bruins hockey is driven by the stylish Honda Accord, available at your local New England Honda dealers.
Cross to Esposito, shot.
Nathan Horton wins Game 7 in overtime. David Pasternak wins the series for the Bruins.
The rebound to Trent Frederick, and the Bruins are back in front by 2.
The Bruins are brought to you by VA New England, Granite City Electric GCE Night Train, Valvoline Instant Oil Change, Coors Banquet, your New England Ford dealers, Live Nation, Safety Insurance, Peerless Boilers, and by Shaw's and Star Market.
Backhand and a save, Thomas.
Swayman made a great stop at the far post.
And by Town Fair Tire, TD Bank, Ticketmaster, Charles D. Sheehy, your Boston area Nissan dealers, Dairy Queen, Bosch Tools, Hub International New England, and by DraftKings Sportsbook.
Back to Orr. Put in. Backhand score, a penalty shot for Raymond Bourque.
David Pasternak calls game, and the Bruins win it 2-1.
Bergeron, and the Bruins win the series.
Now, here's Ryan Johnston and Bob Beers.
From TD Garden in Boston, tonight it's the Boston Bruins hosting the Dallas Stars for the first of 2 meetings on the year. Alongside Bob Beers, I'm Ryan Johnston. Beersy, biggest keys tonight for the Bruins to try to get back on the winning side of things.
Yeah, similar to last game, Ryan, where you talk about getting back on pucks, making smart decisions with pucks coming out of your own zone. That establishes some speed coming up the ice. And then you can find your game. You can get to your game. I think too often here, Dallas Stars are a really good team. We're not going to talk a lot about them here just to start because I think it's more on the Bruins and trying to find their game, which is something that they haven't found on a consistent basis throughout the first 7 games of the season. It's been there in little pockets here and there, but it has to be more consistent, especially against a good team like Dallas.
Tonight's keys to the game brought to you by Town Fair Tire. For the guaranteed lowest prices on tires, go to Town Fair Tire because nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody. The Bruins out to a 3-3-1 start, 7 points in 7 games. The Stars come in having lost 2 of their last 3, but they are 5-2 overall, 10 points in their first 7 games on the season. We will have the opening face-off coming up from TD Garden next here on the 98.5, the Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Coming up short? We've got you covered. With Navigant Credit Union's Overdraft Privilege program, you can take charge of your finances with reduced fees. Just another perk of being an owner. Join Navigant Credit Union today. Federally insured by NCUA.
There are lots of people you might want to share a Verbo with. You may want to do a romantic getaway, enjoy a beach house with friends, or book a trip for the whole family. But one person you'll never want to share your stay with is the host. When you book a Verbo, the host doesn't stay with you, so the only people you'll share the space with are your people. Verbo Private Vacation Rentals. Relax, you booked a Verbo.
Bring the road to your living room with Assault Runner. Rated the best manual treadmill by Garage Gym Reviews. Endurance and HIIT workouts are effective, burning more calories than an average treadmill. Plus, it's easy to pay at your own pace. Get free shipping when you visit Assault Fitness.
There's high school, and then there's St. Raphael Academy, where students thrive in small classes, a college-style learning experience, and a supportive community. At St. Raphael Academy, every student is inspired and challenged to excel academically, athletically, and spiritually. Is your child ready to achieve their fullest potential? Become a saint. Attend St. Raphael Academy's final open house on Sunday, November 3rd at noon. Register online at strays.org/open house.
Listen live. Check out our podcast with the 98.5 The Sports Hub app.
The Bruins getting ready to take on the Dallas Stars here tonight at TD Garden. As we get ready for tonight's opening face-off, we will go down to ice level for our national anthem. And the voice that we have come to know and love here at TD Garden. Todd Angeli taking to the carpet.
Of the national anthem, accompanied by Bruins organist Ron Poster. Please welcome Todd Angeli.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watch were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Todd Angeli with the national anthems. We get set for the Dallas Stars and the Bruins. Take a look at our starting lineups here tonight. Casey DeSmith will start in goal for Dallas. On defense, the pairing of Miro Heiskanen and Matt Dumba. And up front, Mason Marchment, Matt Duchene, and Tyler Seguin. For the Bruins, Jeremy Swayman gets the call in goal. Nikita Zadorov and Brandon Carlo, your defensemen. And up front, Morgan Geekie, Pavel Zacha, and Matt Patra. The starting lineups are brought to you by DraftKings Sportsbook. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now and use code SportsHub. New customers get $200 in bonus bets instantly when you bet just $5. Only on DraftKings Sportsbook. The crown is yours.
And the first 5 minutes of tonight's game brought to you by your New England Ford dealers. Our tonight's first five contestant is James Gould of Holderness, New Hampshire. If the Bruins score in the first 5 minutes, James will win a pair of tickets to a future Bruins game, courtesy of the New England Ford dealers. Enter the contest at 98.5, thesportshub.com. We get underway. Bruins in the home black and gold, and the Stars in white helmets, white sweaters with green numbers and green across the shoulders and black pants. We get a puck out of play right away here, and so we'll get another face-off, this time in the Dallas zone.
Trying to play fast, right? That's something that Jim Montgomery's been harping on here the last few days. You know, different areas that need to be cleaned up. You know, one day it was battles, another day it's penalties, another day it's, you know, something else, breaking out. It's been a long list that they're trying to get going, and it's individually and as a team. Yet they're still 3-3-1 to start the season, so it's not all bad.
Charlie Coyle won the faceoff, shot off the outside of the far post by Frederick.
I think just the area that he talked about the other day about the process, that's what he really wants to see improvement in.
Puck comes into the Boston zone. Down to our left. Zadorov will spin it around far side. Kepke tapped it free to the neutral ice. Here's Frederick. Backhanding into the air, intended for Coyle. Knocked out of the air. And Jamie Benn along the near side boards. Couldn't gain the Boston blue line. Forced back by Carlo and Coyle. Frederick now barreling his way along the near side boards. Carlo wrapped it around the net to the far side of the Dallas zone. Marchand had his stick knocked out of his hands. Heiskanen, near corner for Dallas, will lob one through neutral ice. Up down at the center circle by Pasternak, who played it to the Dallas blue line, but Heiskanen's got it back for the Stars as he comes in front of his netminder to Smith. Pass up the far side by Dumba. Loaded toward the Boston zone. McAvoy forced it off toward the far side wall. He'll be able to win it back briefly, but Jason Robertson took away a centering play. Stepping in was Harley, who fired one off the post, and it came back out into the crease, covered up by Swayman.
Yeah, Harley's got some good offensive ability, but that's a turnover by the Bruins inside their own zone. Trying to make a play up the boards. Doesn't quite work out. All of a sudden, Dallas is coming right back at you. McAvoy tried to go up the boards with that. It's kept in. And now you got an attack coming towards the net. You got bodies rotating to the front of the net down there. And eventually this shot comes through. That was Hintz's right in front, but this shot comes through from Harley right down the slot as he got that pass from the right wing side.
Faceoff will be to the right of Jeremy Swayman.
Off the post, and fortunately for the Bruins, came back underneath Swayman.
Kastelik won the draw. Parker Wotherspoon back in the lineup tonight. Played it along. Brazeau through neutral ice. Here's Kastelik cutting along the left wing side. Centering pass came through the doorstep. Into the near corner where Beecher and Kastelik are after it. Harley will drag it back behind the Dallas net. A minute 45 into this one in the first period at TD Garden. Tuck into the Boston zone. Wotherspoon just ahead of Colin Blackwell. Spun around near side. It's Kastelik now on the right wing side to send it in. Bruins head off as part of a change. Stars getting some changes on in their own right. Coming up to the red line. Lundqvist backhands it deep. Swayman stopped it behind the net. Zadorov moved it toward the far side, but kept in deep. Sagan a centering pass. Came all the way back to Lundqvist for a drive, and that one blocked in front. Pivoted back in deep. Sagan forcing again out in front, but this time picked off by Zacha.
A good stick by Swayman there to prevent that pass from getting in front.
Zacha got it to the Dallas line. Now sends one across. Far side to Geekie. Shot tipped off the outside of the net. Stars will get it cleared.
Yeah, Geekie had Zadorov if he wanted to use him. They're coming late.
Here's Geekie across the line. Steps in right circle. Tried to dangle around Heiskanen. Lost the puck. Back out to neutral ice it comes. Hampus Lindholm finds Geekie near the red line. Dumps it down the right wing side. Around to the far boards. And Koepke. Koepke will play for Coyle. Koepke has moved up here with Coyle and Frederick tonight. Heiskanen bringing through neutral ice. Dumps into the right wing corner of the Dallas attack zone. Wyatt Johnston played in behind the net. Frederick took a hit far side, but helped the puck out of the zone.
That was Dumba stepping up on him. He had to wait for that pass coming from Lindholm. So lost in everything else. We're talking about what they need to do as a team, but some changes right to their lineup. Mason Lohrei, a healthy scratch here today. He's been healthy scratch one other time this season. It was earlier. It was after game number one, and he responded by coming back in the lineup and playing well. Now he's dipped a little bit here recently. Get Wotherspoon back in there. He's a dependable defensive defenseman. And then the line changes up front. I mean, Brazeau comes back in the lineup for Jones, but Koepke playing. They have to break up the fourth line because they're looking for some kind of jump from some of their forwards.
Elias Lindholm won the face-off. Back to McAvoy. Over to Hampus Lindholm far side. Pasternak unleashes a shot from the left circle, but it finds the back left.
Set up face-off play. Finding Pasternak coming around the net and then in that left wing circle.
McAvoy gives along the right wing side for Marchand. Pinned against the boards by Dumba. Puck goes wrapping around to the far side. Pasternak couldn't get it. And dragging out of the zone is Dadonov. Dadonov on the right wing side against Hampus Lindholm. Marchand on the end boards comes to help out. Frees up the puck. Hampus will play it from the far side hash marks. Ahead for Pasternak just inside the red line. Centering pass coming across the blue was picked off. Bruins get it deep into the Dallas zone as they change up. 4:10 gone first period. No score early. Dump in by Lyubushkin. Fired out of the near corner by Carlo. Kept in by Harley at the blue line. Played it across ice. Carlo will go to get it at the far circle and bring back behind his own net. Koepke on the right side. Rink wide pass finds Frederick. Floats one down the left wing circle. Harley spun it near side boards. And it'll be tapped out of the zone for Hintz. Carrying across the Boston line is Stankoven. Stankoven shot. Save made. And the rebound as well as Hintz trying to jab at it. Swayman down on his belly, trying to get it covered up, and finally does.
Well, Dallas doing what they're supposed to do is you just keep whacking away until you hear that whistle. Jeremy Swayman having a little laugh with the referee. He's down on his stomach trying to find this puck. He knows where it is. He can't reach it, and Dallas keeps banging away at it, keeping it alive. Finally, eventually, able to put the glove on it.
Face off in the Boston zone to Swayman's right. Kastelik against Sam Steele. Bruins come away with it. Get the puck cleared. Back over to the Stars in the neutral ice. Batting it into the attack zone was Beck. Will come back around behind the Bruins net. Clearing effort. Finds Brazo near the red line. Dumped in by Beecher. Spinning it around toward the near side boards. Kastelic able to get a stick on it. Brazo digging for it along the near wall as well, but volleyed over his head now to neutral ice. He played back into the Dallas zone. Now Brazo sends it deep, but on a delayed offside. Bruins will initiate a change. 5.5 minutes gone, first period. Lundqvist pass, redirected into the Boston zone by Sagan. Around the far boards, kept alive by Duchesne. Sagan, centering pass, right circle, shot by Marchment, turned away by Swayman.
That can't happen defensively for the Bruins. He's wide open in the slot that time. I mean, there's black jerseys around him, but he finds the soft spot, Marchment does, and gets that pass from the right wing side for a difficult save, challenging save for Swayman.
Sagan breaking out of the Dallas zone with a puck. Lost it coming through neutral ice. Geekie drops it back to Hampus Lindholm. Lindholm going to bring it up toward the red line. Pass too far for Zacha. Taken off the end wall by Heiskanen. Around the far board. Stars started out as Ben sends Dadonov up the right wing side, cutting toward the high slot in the Bruins zone. Shot redirected over the net. Dadonov now in behind the net to Ben. Centering pass off the skate of Zacha, kicked through the slot. Pass to Dadonov behind the net and around to the far side hash marks. Pinching in was Lyubushkin. Harley throws one to the net off the near wall. Out to the blue line and out as Lyubushkin has to retrieve it back in the neutral ice. 13-15 left here in the first period. Bruins get it back in their own blue line. Here's Elias Lindholm down the right wing side. Lindholm circles around behind the Dallas net. They work it back to Carlo. Near side of the blue line. Shot tipped on goal by Pasternak. Save made by DeSmith. Scramble for that loose puck. Pasternak's got it back on his stick. Skates it all the way out toward the blue line. Now around to the near boards and pushed into the corner for Marchand. Marchand gives back to Pasternak. We got a penalty coming against the Stars.
They tried to go right back to Lindholm in the middle there on that backhand pass. That's some good life there for the Bruins. Carlo with a shot with purpose from the point. It's a tip by Pasternak, and then the Bruins gain control and stay on it in that offensive end.
So the Bruins will go to the power play when we come back. 12:49 to go in the first period. We are scoreless on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
At Navigant Credit Union, our customers are our owners, which means your business success is our business success. Own your skill, own your goals, own your credit union. Navigant Credit Union, federally insured by NCUA.
You say you'll never join the Navy, never live on a submarine, or power a ship with nuclear energy. Joining the Navy sounds crazy. Saying never actually is. Learn why at Navy.com. America's Navy, forged by the sea.
Shouldn't every vacation be rewarding? Verbo thinks so, which is why Verbo offers One Key Rewards. With One Key, you'll earn rewards on eligible stays that can be used for more stays. Verbo Private Vacation Rentals. Relax. You booked a Verbo.
Life moves fast, but so do you. Bring the road to your living room with Assault Runner. Rated the best manual treadmill by Garage Gym Reviews. Sprint, jog, or walk on your own schedule right from home. Endurance and HIIT workouts are effective, yet safe, allowing you to achieve your goals while protecting your joints. It's durable, smooth, and burns more calories than an average treadmill. Plus, with flexible financing, it's easy to pay at your own pace. Get free shipping when you visit assaultfitness.com.
The games play here.
Here's Vietto. He'll scramble in, feed to the high slot. Carlson sent it out in front. Vietto a shot, and that tip denied by Olmark, who scrambled left to right. Bruins crash to the front, left of the net. Coyle out in front. Gets Gibson out of position. He scores! Charlie Coyle with a dangle. Sneaks it inside the near post with Gibson down and out. Bruins 7, Ducks 1.
You're listening to 98.5 The Sports Hub. Stay tuned for more. The home of the Revs, the Sports Hub.
First 5 minutes of tonight's game were brought to you by your New England Ford dealers. Celebrate the freedom of choice with great offers on the Bronco family, or get winter ready with a Ford F-Series. Bruins will go to the power play. Scoreless, 12:49 to go in the first period. Ilya Lyubushkin whistled off for hooking David Pasternak.
Yeah, a little too early to anoint anything here, but you got the Dallas Stars, #1 penalty killing team in the league, and the Bruins have struggled a bit on the power play here. Not a bit. Without question, they've struggled on the power play. And when they lose this draw. When they've had possession and some good looks, they haven't been able to bury anything here recently.
Dallas has killed off 21 of 22 shorthanded chances this year. Bruins are 4 for 29 on the power play, 13.8% for the season. McAvoy walking it along the blue line under pressure. He's able to sweep it deep for Pasternak out of the right wing corner. Brings it on his backhand to the hash marks. Deals back to McAvoy. Over to Marchand. McAvoy touched it back along to Pasternak. Took the shot. DeSmith makes the right pad save, and the Stars clear the rebound all the way down ice.
Yeah, there's a rebound out in front of him, but nobody able to rotate there for the Bruins. And that was interesting. He had Pasternak on the right side that time.
Here's Marchand chasing a Pasternak pass down the left wing circle. Try to leave it along the boards. Picked off. And it'll be back to bring it forward. Coming down the right wing circle, short-handed. Puts the shot up over Swayman. Off the ricochet. Pasternak picks it up and heads the other direction. Carries to the Dallas line. Floats one in the air. DeSmith bats it out of the air with a blocker. Bruins keep it going along the far side boards. Hampus Lindholm to Elias Lindholm. Just outside the face-off dot. Back up top for Hampus. One-timer sailed up off the back glass.
Well, he got a lot on it. Just got away from him. That last chance was Bach coming down the right wing side. It's pretty much a 2-on-1 there. And he tried to go quickly to the blocker side of Swayman as he's coming down the right wing.
Lindholm's pass missed Brazeau, and that's going to wind up in icing against Boston with 27 to go on the power play.
Yeah, a little conversation right now between Brazeau and Lindholm. And that's a really good look coming down the right side. You had Hintz coming down the left wing, and Bach tried to go to the forehand, coming down his offside. Pretty good look. I mean, it's not a clear-cut 2-on-1, but he took what he was given on that right wing side, and it was a good look. Pasternak was trying to back check, just couldn't catch up to him.
Face off to the right of Swayman, won by Charlie Coyle. Hampus Lindholm starts the Bruins out from his own blue line, swings it right side. Coyle sends all the way around the boards. Frederick along the left side now into the corner. Knocked off his stick. Hampus will come over to keep it alive. Frederick kicks it along the boards. Geekie digging it for it. Puck shot to the blue line by Johnston, but not out. Coyle near the near side boards, throws one to the net. Knocked off of DeSmith. Frederick's pass redirected, but got to Hampus Lindholm. A drive from the left circle by Geekie. DeSmith hangs on to that one, and the power play is over with 10:41 to go in the period.
Yeah, Coyle's under some pressure, just trying to throw that puck towards the net, and Frederick's rotating there. He doesn't let that puck get all the way to DeSmith. He's trying to make a pass out in front. They eventually get the puck to Geekie on a one-touch pass from out high into the left wing circle. But DeSmith reads it extremely well. He gets moving from the middle of the net over to his right. He's all squared up there. There's really nothing to shoot at.
Face off in the offensive zone for the Bruins. Beecher gets kicked out of that. Kastelik will stand in his place.
They come back with what has been the fourth line, right? With Kepi on this line with Kastelik and Beecher.
Kastelik, nice play to keep it in with a glove, and then a rising shot in on DeSmith. Koepke out in the left wing corner. Hintz takes a hit from Kastelik, but the Stars move the puck, and they'll get it out of the zone, lifted into the neutral ice by Stankoven. Here the red line. Bruins win it back. Kastelik will drop it back. And Carlo from in front of his own net. Zadorov finds Kastelik coming out across the blue line. Carries it into the Dallas zone. Try to feed it off to the left side. Kept alive by Zadorov, and a bouncing puck that came through the crease, but wide of the net. Zadorov back onto it inside the Boston zone. Just past the midway point of the first period, no score. Pasternak carries into the attack zone. Sends one to the net. DeSmith kicked it back out in front, and Marchand nearly had a crack at it.
It's a tough play for DeSmith. It's a bouncing puck, and he's trying to control it, and it just gets away from him enough for Marchand to get a whack at it.
Marchand battling behind the net. Looks like he may have taken a penalty as the arm is up. Dallas getting the extra skater on as Lindell passes it toward the far corner, but picked off by Wotherspoon. And so the Stars will get a power play chance. Marchand has a few words for Tyler Seguin, who was on the receiving end of what the officials said was a high stick. So at 9:31 to go in the first, Stars to their first power play when we come back here on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
At Navigant Credit Union, our customers are our owners, which means when the community thrives, we thrive. Let's make your goals a reality. Own your mission. Own your credit union. Navigant Credit Union, federally insured by NCUA.
There's high school, and then there's St. Raphael Academy, where students thrive in small classes, a college-style learning experience, and a supportive community. At St. Raphael Academy, every student is inspired and challenged to excel academically, athletically, and spiritually. Is your child ready to achieve their fullest potential? Become a saint. Attend St. Raphael Academy's final open house on Sunday, November 3rd at noon. Register online at strays.org/open house.
Shouldn't every vacation be rewarding? Verbo thinks so, which is why Verbo offers One Key Rewards. With One Key, you'll earn rewards on eligible stays that can be used for more stays. Verbo Private Vacation Rentals. Relax. You booked a Verbo.
The games play here.
Here's Nieto. He'll scramble in. Feed to the high slot. Carlson sent it out in front. Nieto a shot. And that tip denied by Omar, who scrambled left to right. Bruins crash to the front, left of the net. Coyle out in front. Gets Gibson out of position. He scores! Charlie Coyle with a dangle. Sneaks it inside the near post with Gibson down and out. Bruins 7, Ducks 1.
You're listening to 98.5 The Sports Hub. Stay tuned for more. The only place to hear the game, The Sports Hub.
9:31 to go here in the first period. No score. Brad Marchand whistled off for a high sticking minor. So Dallas will get its first power play of the game. They are just 2 out of 21 on the year so far. 30th in the league at 9.5%.
Well, usually you don't see that big of a disparity, right, between your power play and your penalty kill. Number 1 in the league in PK. Struggling on the power play so far. You don't have Pavelski tipping pucks home.
Face-off will be to the left of Jeremy Swayman. Won by Johnston, brought it back to the point. Now Johnston gets in the way of a shot and turns around and fires himself. Swayman makes the save, and Carlo takes exception to an effort at a potential rebound.
Well, that's a pass for Johnston. He's the bumper there. They're giving him that puck. They're looking for him, and he's turning around and firing right away. And I think that was Ben in front battling with Brandon Carlo. If you're going to catch the Bruins forwards coming out high after the face-off win by Dallas, you get 2 forwards are going to rotate down to the net, and then the soft spot is right in the middle there, and that's where Wyatt Johnson is.
He'll be the one taking the face-off here for Dallas against Pavel Zacha. Zacha wins it. Carlo moves it through the slot to the right circle and sends it all the way down ice. Smith held it up behind the net. Heiskanen brings it out toward the far side. Fires a pass across ice for Ben. Carrying into the Boston zone. Earboards. Able to keep it alive, and a chance to the right side for Robertson. Swayman equal to that
2-on-1, Hintz and Robertson.
Heiskanen dealt it off to the right side for Hintz. Hintz sending one in front off the skate of Elias Lindholm. Knocked out of the air by Hampus Lindholm. Kept alive, though, by Hintz. And now the blue line. Elias Lindholm loses his stick. He got slashed, and that will end the Dallas power play.
Yeah, this is, there's those penalties, right? I mean, Lindholm's looking, he's got one hand on his stick trying to reach to push the puck out of the zone, and it's the motion by Ben. Sometimes those are called, sometimes they're not. Usually when the stick is broken in two, it's always called, but this time Lindholm reaching with one hand, and the stick by Ben coming down right across the shaft of the stick of Lindholm. Elias Lindholm, that is.
So with 8:45 to go in the period, teams will be 4-on-4.
They're going to tee Ben up for another 2. He just, I want to see him get 2, not 10. Just slammed his stick against the glass. He is really upset about this penalty call. I could have sworn the referee gave an extra 2. Yep, he did.
Yeah, they put 4 up on the board.
Yeah, he didn't announce it, but there's 4 up there now.
So, minute 15 to go on the Marchand penalty. And then there would be a power play on the other end of this for the Bruins, as Coyle Has it, gives it to Parker Wotherspoon, backs it out of the offensive zone. Wotherspoon gives to Zadorov. Wotherspoon now from south of his own goal line. Tried to find Poitras out in the neutral ice, didn't connect. Sagan gets it on into the Boston zone. Wotherspoon is there. Zadorov going behind the net toward the far side. Pivots away from Sagan. Deals on for Wotherspoon near side. Wotherspoon's pass out of the reach of Poitras. Did get a piece of it. No icing as the puck comes in behind the net. Poitras steal. Got it in front. Score! David Pastrnak one times at home. And the Bruins jump on the board first.
Sloppy here in a 4-on-4 situation by the Dallas Stars. They're going to turn this puck over behind the net. And it's Matt Poitras who's in on the forecheck this time. He's going to force the turnover. And all the Dallas Stars had vacated. And Poitras just makes this backhand pass out from behind the net. And Pastrnak, I mean, you can't be more alone. He's right in between the hash marks. And he's going to one-time this past the glove hand side of DeSmith. No chance for DeSmith. Dumba tried to reverse that puck back behind the net that time for Harley. And Poitras just reads it well, intercepts it, makes the backhand pass out of front.
Kastelik poking the face-off forward, fires across ice looking for Koepke in the Dallas zone. Stars able to push it out, but right back in comes Hampus Lindholm. Feathers one to the front of the net looking for Koepke, who is engaged with Heiskanen. 4-on-4 for another 14 seconds, and then the Bruins to the power play. Peak and his pass batted in behind the net. Stars will move it out from there. Heiskanen brings out to his own blue line. Now carries ahead to the Boston blue. Near side boards. Kastelik puts him to the wall. Loose puck on the near side. Got away from McAvoy and a chance in front by Esa Lindell. Gobbled up by Swayman. Marchand is out of the box. So 2:40 of power play time here for the Bruins with 7:24 to go in the period and up one.
Yeah, you know, Dumba tries to go back behind the net, just going back to the goal that was scored. Pastrnak just hopped on the ice, and it's just it's a bad giveaway. He's reading that Poitras's going to follow him up the boards, so he's going to try to reverse it to his partner in the other corner, and Poitras, instead of chasing Dumba, peels off. And I mean, Pastrnak still has to finish it off, but
McAvoy gave away. Pastrnak had it, hit him in the skate. Johnston stepping in front of Swayman, who makes the save, and the Bruins move ahead on the power play now. As Pastrnak plays it off the left wing boards, but couldn't get it to him himself, and the puck cleared back down ice.
You know, you want that delay pass as you're coming up the ice for McAvoy going back to either Zacha or Pastrnak, but it was in Pasternak's skates.
Marchand brings it down the left wing boards. Passes off the boards back to McAvoy at the point. Now Marchand floats it loose to Elias Lindholm. Pastrnak stepping in behind the Dallas net with a puck. Deals off to Marchand from the left circle, and his shot is redirected up and out of play.
I don't know. Did it get redirected, or he just airmailed that thing?
The official said keep it in the zone. So,
well, any shot from inside the zone is staying inside the zone if it goes out of play. Gotcha. But big save made on Wyatt Johnson, who's had a couple good opportunities. That was the breakaway after the turnover by the Bruins. And Jeremy Swayman making that save. And then the setup from Pastrnak from behind the net, looking for Marchand over on that left side.
Boyle's going to get kicked out of the face-off here. So Frederick will take the draw against Sagan. Minute 51 to go on the power play. Puck wrapped around near boards, and Hampus Lindholm to keep it in. Tried to find Brazeau in the corner, taken away, and cleared down ice by Lindell. Swayman shovels it off for Hampus Lindholm. Bruins going from left to right here. Lindholm's pass through neutral ice was deflected. Comes deep into Dallas territory. Coyle, after a check by Geekie to free up the puck, tried to play it in behind the Dallas net, and it'll go out of play.
Between the Pipes is sponsored by Charles D. Sheehy. If you're in the piping trades, you need to call Charles D. Sheehy, Boston's premier piping and mechanical product supplier. CDS is your local leader. Between the Pipes for the Dallas Stars is Casey DeSmith, and for the Bruins, it's Jeremy Swayman.
Swayman coming in with a 2-2-1 record, 2.77 goals against. DeSmith making his third start of the year, 1-1 as a shutout for his win. As Hintz brings the Stars forward shorthanded, gets a shot in on Swayman. Rebound bouncing in front, but taken away by McAvoy.
That's a shot with purpose. He's not even trying to score. They're just trying to put it on the pads and look for a rebound because he's too far out to score on a wrist shot.
Bruins trying to get a clean entry into the Dallas zone, get denied as Lundell bats it back out into the neutral ice. Zaka put down on the far side wall, and McAvoy will chase back here. 50 seconds left on the man advantage. McAvoy's pass up the left side finds Frederick. Steps into the Dallas end. Sandwich between Johnston and Dumbo on that far wall. Johnston playing it through neutral ice, trying to spring back toward the Bruins goal. Instead, Bruins come right back with Frederick. Pivots into the far side near the hash marks. Gave it up for Pasternak. Tried to center in front. Had Brazo and Coyle gathering in front of the net. Frederick moves it along the near side. Brazo pivoting away from pressure. Now pressured again. Reaching in there. Coyle gets a piece of it. Dumba trying to seal him off away from the puck. Brazo stick involved as well. Coyle banks one back to Carlo. Over to the far side. Pasternak misfired a one-timer. He turns and heads back to the bench as the power play comes to an end. Ben is out of the box, having served his 4 minutes. And with 4:35 to go in the period, Bruins still lead 1-0. Just onside was Marchment coming to the Boston zone, but turned back. Now Sagan will try his hand at it. Zadorov got a stick on it, couldn't get it cleared. Sagan stepping to the front of the net, gave the pass to Marchment. And Swayman holding his ground as the Bruins will clear the puck. It'll go out of play off a deflection. We've got 4:16 left here in the first period. And a David Pasternak goal has the Bruins on top 1-0 here on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Shouldn't every vacation be rewarding? Verbo thinks so, which is why Verbo offers One Key Rewards. With One Key, you'll earn rewards on eligible stays that can be used for more stays. Verbo Private Vacation Rentals. Relax. You booked a Verbo.
At Navigant Credit Union, our customers are our owners, which means your business success is our business success. Own your skill, own your goals, own your credit union. Navigant Credit Union, federally insured by NCUA.
Life moves fast, but so do you. Bring the road to your living room with Assault Runner. Rated the best manual treadmill by Garage Gym Reviews. Sprint, jog, or walk on your own schedule right from home. Endurance and HIIT workouts are effective, yet safe, allowing you to achieve your goals while protecting your joints. It's durable, smooth, and burns more calories than an average treadmill. Plus, with flexible financing, it's easy to pay at your own pace. Get free shipping when you visit assaultfitness.com.
Attention, common stock investors. Subscribing to FastGraphs will help you invest with confidence. FastGraphs produces essential fundamentals at a glance, condensing hours of fundamental stock research into mere seconds. Quickly see when it is the right time to buy, hold, or sell a stock using FastGraphs' innovative charts and data models. Visit fastgraphs.com today to see why FastGraphs is the ultimate research tool for value investors.
Felder and Maz, afternoons 2 to 6 on the Sports Hub.
Fans, the Bruins will be back here on Causeway Street on Saturday night to take on the Toronto Maple Leafs starting at 7 p.m. Select tickets still available for purchase. Visit bostonbruins.com/tickets to secure your seat for an Original Six matchup. Be game 2 of this 3-game homestand. Flyers will be in town on Tuesday as well.
Well, they're struggling lately. You could draw 6 in a row, I believe.
We'll talk a little bit about the Metro Division coming up during our first intermission.
Washington just swept them in a home-and-home.
Face off inside the Bruins zone. 4:16 to go here in the first period. Bruins up by a goal. As Peak plays it up the near board. Stars will keep it deep, though. Sagan got it to the end wall. Peak pushed it behind the net. Taken away there by Marchment. Gives along for Duchesne. Back to the far point. And the drive by Lundqvist. Kicked out of there by Swayman. Bruins get it and go. Beecher looking for Kastelik. Driven into the near side corner by Lundqvist. Puck taken and carried out by Harley. He'll bring across the Boston line. Over to Sagan. Now to Duchesne. Cutting to the left circle. He shoots and scores. The Stars able to strike back here with 3:40 to go in the first as Matt Duchene picks up his 4th of the year.
Well, this line, they reunite the 4th line here for the Bruins. It might be the first goal that they've allowed this season. But they've got the puck in the offensive zone, and they've got possession. And unfortunately for Beecher, he kind of blows a tire at that offensive blue line, and it's going to lead to the 3-on-2 and then eventually a 4-on-2 coming back the other way. And Duchene has had a good start to the season. He's fit in nicely with this Dallas Stars team. He's moving from right to left, and he gets his puck in the left wing circle. He's going to go short side high on Swayman, just off the post and in. Perfect shot. But it's an out-man rush for the Dallas Stars after the 3 forwards get beat up the ice.
So with 3:40 to go in the first, game even at 1. Pastrnak will bring the Bruins right in on the attack here. McAvoy keeps it moving down toward the corner. Marchand in there against Lindell. That's spun toward the near side boards. Will be picked up and cleared by Lyubushkin. Tapped into the Boston zone, but sent right back out of there by Hampus Lindholm. Stars will try again far side. Hintz redirects a pass deep. Hampus Lindholm had it taken off his stick by Stankoven. Stankoven turns it along the far side wall. Robertson brings it back toward the blue line. Lyubushkin, one-timer, went wide toward the near side. Stankoven will keep it moving. Got it in front, and Robertson's one-timer turned away by Swayman. On the end boards, Hampus Lindholm, Charlie McAvoy, both there for the Bruins. McAvoy will come away with the puck. Pastrnak gets the headman pass up the left side and angles one ahead as Geekie will chase it deep against Lyubushkin. Lyubushkin dropped his stick behind the net. Zacha backhands a pass out to Patra, who was turned with his back to the net, and as he tried to deal it back toward Carlo, they weren't on the same page. Puck came out to the neutral zone. Big hit on the far boards as Ben took one from Zadorov. Zacha shoved by Ben, far corner. Dallas gets set up on offense. Heiskanen into the slot, off to Donov, turned over, and Geekie will bring the Bruins back. His pass out of Carlo's reach will angle in behind the Dallas net with 2 minutes to go in the period. Dumba's pass for Dodonov. His pass misses back. Bach, rather, as it's brought back through neutral ice. Frederick on the right wing side. Floats it across toward the far side. Back across for Frederick, and off balance, trying to one-time that to the net.
It's a good pass from Wotherspoon. Give and go. He goes right back through the seam from left wing over to right side as Frederick tries to beat his man to the net. Just didn't get all of it.
Here's Bach coming into the Boston zone. Drop pass for Harley, who shot. Bounces off Swayman's blocker. The far corner. Wotherspoon will play it out toward the blue line. Frederick with a little bit of space. Brings it ahead for Brazo, and he'll get it deep as the Bruins change up with 1:13 to go in the period. Long pass by Heiskanen. Knocked down outside the Boston blue line. Trying to settle a bouncing puck. Kastelik and Beecher. Back into his own zone comes Lindholm under pressure. Plays behind the net. McAvoy will take from there. McAvoy out toward the blue line. Passes it ahead, finds Beecher. He sends it on into the right wing corner, deep in the Dallas zone. Dumba lost his stick. Puck behind the Dallas net. As Dumba regains his stick, and Stars will get the puck cleared. McAvoy will chase a roller back behind Swayman with 33 seconds left in the period. Long pass through neutral ice. Lindholm gets that one into the right wing corner. It's sent right back out of there, and that will not make it for icing. Came up just short as Zadorov forced to play it. 15 to go in the period. Zadorov plays it off the near boards and picks it up himself. Elias Lindholm redirecting a pass in the neutral zone. Around behind to Smith, who came out to play it. Marchand kept it in with 3 to go in the period. Pastrnak behind the net, trying to get it out in front, but the siren will sound to end the period before he gets the opportunity. So David Pastrnak with his 5th goal of the year at 11:57 off a steal by Matt Patra. But Matt Duchene able to tie it up with his 4th of the year from Sagan and Harley at 16:20. And at the end of the first, it is tied at 1. Here on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Hotels.com knows that planning your book club's annual trip can get chaotic. Self-improvement Steve needs a hotel gym, and Horror Harriet ghosted the group chat about budget. Collaborate, vote on your favorites, and book all in the app. Find your perfect somewhere with Hotels.com.
At Navigant Credit Union, our customers are our owners, which means your business success is our business success. Own your skill, own your goals, own your credit union. Navigant Credit Union, federally insured by NCUA.
There's high school, and then there's St. Raphael Academy, where students thrive in small classes, a college-style learning experience, and a supportive community. At St. Raphael Academy, every student is inspired and challenged to excel academically, athletically, and spiritually. Is your child ready to achieve their fullest potential? Become a saint. Attend St. Raphael Academy's final open house on Sunday, November 3rd at noon. Register online at strays.org/open house.
When booking with other vacation rental apps sounds like this.
This place doesn't look like the pictures.
Come on, the doors are on back.
Is there a door behind all those spiders?
It's time to try one that sounds more like a vacation.
Look at how many spiders there aren't.
Where should we lie down for 8 consecutive hours first?
Relax.
The wait is almost over.
This crowd is ready for hockey.
The world's best players take the ice to compete for their country. International Best on Best hockey comes to Boston as Bruin stars Brad Marchand of Team Canada and Charlie McAvoy of Team USA compete to see which hockey nation will reign. Canada, Finland, Sweden, USA. The Four Nations face-off. Tickets on sale October 29th.
NHL fans, give yourself some great looks this season and get Boston Bruins tickets at Ticketmaster. As the official ticket marketplace of the Bruins and the NHL, Ticketmaster has a wide selection of tickets available for every game so you can catch all the action live. If your plans change, you can sell or transfer your tickets, and mobile tickets make it easy to get into the arena in time for puck drop. With Ticketmaster, you'll ensure that when they shoot, you'll score. Get tickets today at Ticketmaster.com/NHL.
The home of the Bees, the Sports Hub.
Bruins and the Dallas Stars tied at 1 after one period of play here at TD Garden. Back alongside Bob Beers, I'm Ryan Johnson as we continue here in the early portion of the season to look around the league. And we'll tonight preview the Metro Division, where the New York Rangers, coming off a loss in the Eastern Conference Finals last season. Peter Laviolette hoping that this is the year his team can break through.
I think we have a real good group here. I believe in the players that we have in the room. I think that we can work hard and establish ourselves this year like we did last year.
Yeah, I mean, they are most likely the favorite. I mean, there's a lot of talk surrounding Shesterkin and his contract situation. He has a contract for this season, obviously, but then a free agent after the year is over. So there's been a lot of talk around that. But I don't know if it's something that's overshadowing what the team has done here to start the year. I mean, they're as deep as anybody. They're as good as anybody. They just got to put it together at the right times, and they feel that they've got the group that can do that this year.
The New Jersey Devils, meanwhile, finished a disappointing 7th in the Metro last year. They've got a new head coach, though, in Sheldon Keefe.
There's so many players that are key members of a team that really was in the top class of the NHL not too long ago, yet are humbled by the situation the team went through last year. I think are very hungry and inspired to get it right and build something sustainable together.
Yeah, new coach, couple new faces. They knew they had to solidify that defense position where they lost some key guys from a couple years ago. They did so. Luke Hughes is another year under his belt. They add Pesce on the back end. They get Dougie Hamilton back healthy, which they didn't have last year. And then they add the goaltender, Markstrom, in net. So that's a big step in the right direction for New Jersey, see if they can get back to where they were a couple seasons ago.
Washington Capitals made a quick exit from last year's playoffs, swept out by the Rangers in the first round, but their president of hockey ops, Brian McClellan, believes his team has improved.
I think we're better. I just think it's a better slotted team. Should be better offensively. I think it's overall just deeper, better structured team than it was last year.
Yeah, a guy like Tom Wilson's had a great start. He's not alone. There's some guys. Ovechkin scored his second goal of the season last night. It was into an empty net. He's still trying to catch Wayne Gretzky's number, and it's within reach. But at the same time, he's not the guy that's driving that offense right now. If you watch them play, they've won 5 in a row, and last year, I don't know how they made the playoffs with some of the numbers that they had, but their goaltending was good. Lindgren has really done a nice job in net for them. Their goals against them, they didn't score a lot last year. They're scoring more so far this year, but they're getting it from a number of different faces up front for them.
Pittsburgh Penguins in the unfamiliar spot of having missed the playoffs 2 years in a row. That's something the GM Kyle Dubas is trying to end.
We have players here that know how to win and a coaching staff that know how to win as quickly as we can, combining all those other arms of the organization. That falls on me to help them as quickly as possible.
Well, they need to defend is what they need to do. I mean, they can score. They've got some good offensive firepower, and they do have guys that know how to win. We know that, and some of the accomplishments of Crosby and Malkin are through the roof, but they got to defend, and their goaltending has to be better. And it's Tristan Jarry. He has the big contract. You know, he hasn't done the job so far this year, but he hasn't had a lot of help in front of him either. You know, a lot of odd man rushes, a lot of scrambly play out in front of him.
Well, the Carolina Hurricanes put up 111 or more points in the last 3 seasons, but GM Eric Tulsky says that is not their ultimate goal.
This organization has been consistently excellent for several years now. That's been outstanding for us. At the same time, nobody is satisfied with that. Nobody goes into the business dreaming of having a lot of regular season points and winning a round or 2.
Meanwhile, the Philadelphia Flyers, they finished 6th. They're worst in the division for 4 straight years, and GM Daniel Briere is continuing to rebuild.
We have our own expectation. We expect to have a team that's going to compete. Hopefully, players individually get a little better than they were last year.
Columbus Blue Jackets, of course, rocked by the death of Johnny Gaudreau just weeks before the start of training camp. Their GM, Don Waddell, talked about how the team has been dealing with that.
Johnny will be with us all year long. You know, we've kept his stall down in the locker room. We're going to hang his jersey every game. He'll travel with us. You know, and the guys know Johnny would want us to go play hockey.
And the New York Islanders round out the list. They made the playoffs after a midseason coaching change last year, but winger Anders Lee is looking forward to a full year of playing under head coach Patrick Waugh.
In one way, we're picking up where we left off and kind of the groundwork he brought to us in our push last year. And right from the get-go, have everyone getting on the same page, the whole deal, implementing everything that we want to do and starting this thing off right.
So that's our look around the Metro Division as we continue to preview the other teams that we will see throughout the course of this regular season. Here at TD Garden tonight, the Bruins got out to a 1-0 lead on a David Pasternak goal, only to see that lead disappear about 5 minutes later when Matt Duchene scored. And we are tied at 1 at the end of 1. When we come back here in our first intermission, Joe Murray will give us a check of the Sports Hub headlines as we continue on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
You can live out your MasterChef dreams when you find a professional on Angie to tackle your dream kitchen remodel. Connect with skilled professionals to get all your home projects done well. Inside to outside, repairs to renovations. Get started on the Angie app or visit Angie.com today. You can do this when you Angie that.
At Navigant Credit Union, our customers are our owners, which means when the community thrives, we thrive. Let's make your goals a reality. Own your mission. Own your credit union. Navigant Credit Union, federally insured by NCUA.
Shouldn't every vacation be rewarding? Verbo thinks so, which is why Verbo offers One Key Rewards. With One Key, you'll earn rewards on eligible stays that can be used for more stays. Verbo Private Vacation Rentals. Relax. You booked a Verbo.
David Pasternak plays here.
High slot now, McAvoy far side. Pasternak shoots, looking for the tip. It comes back to him. Fires. He scores! He's got another. Marchand, high slot, looks back door, swings it across, popping out. Pasternak shoots. He scores! Marchand's got it right circle. Bergeron to Pasternak shoots. He scores!
This is the home of the Bees. 98.5 The Sports Hub.
New Yorkers and visitors alike are heading to New York City's extraordinary experience that you have to feel to believe. Summit One Vanderbilt, an interactive multi-level experience of art, sky, and exploration. Discover exhilarating heights, explore reflective spaces, walk among floating silver orbs, and immerse yourself in spectacular views of New York. Book your visit at summitov.com and start your journey here.
Connect with Boston's home for sports online. 98.5thesportshub.com.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station ID on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network.
Boston, the home of the Celtics, Bruins, Rams, and Patriots. Boston's home for sports is 98.5 The Sports Hub. Beasley Media Group Station. Sports Hub headlines.
All right, NHL scoreboard right now after one period. It's the Blues 2 and the Maple Leafs nothing. The Red Wings have a 2-1 lead right now after one over the Devils. It's the Wild with a 1-0 lead over the Lightning as well. And the Rangers trail the Panthers 2-1. Few other games tonight. Calgary hosts the Hurricanes. Utah will host Colorado, Kraken, and Jets. They drop the puck at 10 o'clock in the late night game. Kings and Sharks. NBA right now, Celtics in action. In Washington, they have a 47-46 lead versus the Wizards. Jason Tatum has 14 points so far. Derek White, 10 points. Right now, 6:25 to go in the second quarter. The Boston Bruins have unveiled their special edition Centennial Game jerseys that will be worn on December 1st, and you can celebrate the historic milestone by pre-ordering the collector's item. Don't miss the chance to snag one of 1,924 of these authentic pro jerseys. They come individually numbered and packaging. Visit bostonproshop.com right now to pre-order yours. Headlines are brought to you by Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Enjoy quick and convenient vehicle maintenance this month. Visit NewEnglandOilChange.com for 15% off your next drive-through oil change at Valvoline Instant Oil Change, now open in Weymouth, Canton, Bedford, and Natick. I'm Joe Murray. The second period is next on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
The Nissan Rogue with available Google built-in helps you make the most of your drive. Take care of the small stuff, like,
hey Google, cool down my car.
And,
hey Google, turn on the dog feeder.
Or change up your adventure.
Hey Google, navigate me to the nearest music venue.
Handle your drive like a pro.
Experience the ultimate connection in the new 2024 Nissan Rogue. Now get a low $289 per month lease for 36 months on Rogue. Visit your local Nissan store and nissanusa.com today. Not equipped on all vehicles. Requires compatible device. Sequences shortened and simulated. Activation of Nissan Connect services package required. Only use features when safe and legal to do so. Data rates may apply. Subject to third-party service availability. Google, Google Play, and Google Maps are trademarks of Google LLC. Well-qualified lessees. 2024 Rogue S all-wheel drive. $47.79 initial payment excludes tax, title, and license. Disposition fee due at lease end. Take from new dealer stock. Call 1-888-858-8319 for offer details. Ends 11/4/24.
There's high school, and then there's St. Raphael Academy, where students thrive in small classes, a college-style learning experience, and a supportive community. At St. Raphael Academy, every student is inspired and challenged to excel academically, athletically, and spiritually. Is your child ready to achieve their fullest potential? Become a saint. Attend St. Raphael Academy's final open house on Sunday, November 3rd at noon. Register online at strays.org/open house.
NHL fans, give yourself some great looks this season and get Boston Bruins tickets at Ticketmaster. As the official ticket marketplace of the Bruins and the NHL, Ticketmaster has a wide selection of tickets available for every game so you can catch all the action live. If your plans change, you can sell or transfer your tickets, and mobile tickets make it easy to get into the arena in time for puck drop. With Ticketmaster, you'll ensure that when they shoot, you'll score. Get tickets today at Ticketmaster.com/NHL.
Hey DQ fans, get any party started with a classic DQ fudge and crunch cake or blizzard treat cake. Available in multiple sizes and designs for any occasion at participating DQ locations. Happy tastes good.
With the cost of everything going up today, wouldn't it be nice to save money, especially on your insurance? And if it was easy to do? At Hub International New England, they're making it simple to protect your family, home, and more. With one call to their new number, 833-GO-CALL-HUB. Easy, right? 833-GO-CALL-HUB. Hub is the largest insurance broker in New England and offers the widest possible range of options in personal insurance from the best companies like Safety Insurance. Save money and time by calling 833-GO-CALL-HUB. Hub International New England. They take insurance personally. Learn more at GoCallHub.com. That's GoCallHub.com.
Sports don't get any tougher than hockey, and trucks don't get any tougher than Ford F-Series, F-150, and Super Duty. The trucks that move mountains also move parade floats and snowmobiles. With that versatility, it's no wonder Ford F-Series is the #1 selling pickup for 47 years straight. Visit buyfordnow.com for great offers. Your New England Ford dealers, a proud partner of your Boston Bruins. Sales claim based on 1977 to 2023 CY total sales.
The Celtics play here at the Sports Hub.
Bruins and Stars tied at 1 in between periods. We are joined by Elias Lindholm. Elias, you guys have struggled to score here in the the last couple of games, I should say. What was the mindset for your line in particular coming into the night as trying to get onto the scoreboard?
I mean, for us to create more chaos in front of net, I think we're not shooting enough, and if you don't shoot enough in this league, it's hard to be the goaltender. So I think, shoot the puck more and be on the net more.
Brad Marchand has joined the line with you and David Pasternak here in the last couple of games. How do you feel like that fit has been so far?
No, I mean, he's a good player, obviously, leader for our team, and he creates a lot of chances, and obviously I think last game we had a couple chances, so hopefully we can put one or two tonight.
Kind of your overall thoughts on that first period and what you guys need to keep doing as you go on into the second period.
Yeah, I thought we started good. Then I thought our power play was not good enough and kind of stopped the momentum going and then kind of took over after that. So we need to get back to the first 10 there.
Appreciate your time. Good luck in the rest of the way here.
Thank you.
Elias Lindholm brought to us by TD Bank. TD Bank cardholders score special benefits at TD Garden, from pro shop discounts and free tours to free popcorn and more. Learn more at the TD Garden website. TD Bank, bank of the Boston Celtics and Bruins. Alongside Bob Beers, I'm Ryan Johnston. Second period about to get underway. Tied at 1. David Pasternak, the goal scorer for the Bruins. Matt Duchene for the Stars. Dallas with a 13-11 shots edge in the first period. They had one power play chance. The Bruins with 3, though not 3 full ones. Neither team able to score on their opportunities. Bruins will go from right to left offensively here in period number 2 as we get things underway. Puck on the stick of Hintz going right to the net, and a backhand shot saved by Swayman, but we'll see an early penalty against the Bruins.
Hampus Lindholm blew a tire right at the blue line, went down, and it leads to this breakaway. Was that Stankover that had that breakaway? Pasternak ends up taking the penalty, but that was Hampus Lindholm falling down at the blue line that time. McAvoy trying to make a play. This puck gets chipped ahead. It wasn't Stankover. It was Hintz on this breakaway. He gets behind everybody, and they'll call the hook by Pasternak reaching in. He's still got a great chance as he tried to go forehand, backhand, 5-hole. But there's been some, way too many chances off the rush that the Bruins have given up, and then a couple of opportunities in those slot areas in the first period.
So Stars' second power play chance of the night as they try to get set up. Beecher got a stick on a puck, and it's kept in by Heiskanen. Now Johnston, center blue line. Over to Heiskanen, works his way down the right wing wall. They get it back in front, and they score. Jason Robertson standing right in the slot, able to get it behind Swayman. The power play cashes in for Dallas, and they grab their first lead of the game.
Robertson's a really good shooter. When he's going to get this open in that slot area, the Bruins just get, there's not a lot of room to get him the puck, and he doesn't need long to get the puck off of his stick. They're going to work it from high down to low, and it's a one-touch pass from down low from Ben, who peels off from the front of the net, and just one touches his pass just in between the skate and stick blade of Hampus Lindholm. And Robertson, he's shooting from that spot. He's most likely scoring.
Fourth goal of the season for Jason Robertson. playing in his 300th career game tonight, 218th consecutive game played for him as well.
I know they've got the man advantage in that situation, but they've had 3 or 4 chances from that spot in this game so far.
What comes around the boards in the Boston zone. Zaka able to tip it past Labushkin and out just outside the blue line. Duchesne and Sagan combined to get it back in. Wotherspoon trying to get it right back out. Gloved off the near wall by Duchesne. Centering pass. Looking for Marchment coming down
bodies,
the middle.
got numbers.
Patra coming up the right wing side. Got held up at the Dallas line. Shoots it around behind the net.
That was
and
Harley
to
that
the near side.
Harley that made that defensive play. You had a 4-on-2 if Patra could have noticed that in time.
Zaka in the near corner battling with Labushkin for possession. Came back to Wotherspoon. He's got Patra moving high slot and a shot. That whistled wide of the stick side.
Had good traffic in front from Geeky.
Patra centering off the skate of Patra from Wotherspoon. Cleared out. Sagan couldn't get it coming out of the zone. Turned back over. Wotherspoon's got it for Boston. Minute 35 into the second period, and Dallas has grabbed a 1-goal lead. To Smith. Out from behind the net. Shooting it around the far side. Kept in by Carlo. Throws it toward the front. Kastelik was there. Kepke now on the near boards and Beecher. But the Stars will turn it out. And coming through neutral ice and across the line is Steele. And he risks one into Swayman's chest. He hangs on to it.
Yeah, we talk about defensively for the Bruins. You know, right off the hop, right off the face-off, they end up giving up a partial breakaway there to Hintz coming in. And it leads to the penalty. And then you're unable to kill it. You know, and that soft spot in the slot there has been open for the Dallas Stars. And, you know, the sticks were in the right position. They just couldn't come up with a pass from Ben to Robertson. He's just too good from that spot.
Talked about it earlier, but the Stars had struggled on the power play so far this year, coming in just 2 out of 21. Face off to the right of Jeremy Swayman. Won by Ben. Back to the point. Lindell sent it to the back of the net. Carlo reversed it around the far side. Kastelik had it slip past him coming out of the zone, but it comes into the Dallas end. Kepke in there on the forecheck. Beecher a takeaway. Pass for Kepke. Kicked off his skate. Ben pulled off it by Kastelik, who sent a pass right through the top of the crease, but nobody there. Now back comes Lundqvist for the Stars. Ben from the left circle. He feathers one through the top of Swayman's crease, but all the way through. And Kepke gets a feed from Beecher, and as they come to the Dallas line, it winds up offside.
Yeah, they were at the end of a shift, so they weren't able to get that separation coming through the neutral zone.
Fans, the Bruins Foundation, David Pasternak and 98.5 The Sports Hub are teaming up for the 5th annual Pucks and Paddles Ping Pong Tournament, November 20th at House of Blues, Boston. To purchase a VIP ticket for the tournament, including a Bruins meet and greet, visit bostonbruins.com/pingpong. Face off just outside the Dallas blue line here with 17:28 to go in the second. 2-1 Stars lead it. Frederick won the draw. Back toward the red line. Hampus Lindholm shoots it around behind to Smith, who comes out and plays it back toward the near corner. Stars will get it out. Dumped right back in by Hampus Lindholm again. Stars will try it far side this time. Heiskanen lobbing one through neutral ice. It gets through everyone, and it'll be an icing.
Dallas would be too crazy about that icing call. Heiskanen, the linesman talking to him right now. Thought it went right by Hampus Lindholm.
Bruins will bring Elias Lindholm out for this face-off here with Pasternak and Marchand. McAvoy and Hampus Lindholm back at the blue line. Elias wins it back toward McAvoy at the right point, but it skipped over his stick, and Boston has to get back on side. Elias Lindholm tipping one down into the left wing corner. Marchand providing support along the near boards. Got it. Tried to feed it back to the point. McAvoy is without a stick as they come back through neutral ice. Hampus Lindholm shot it around the far side boards. McAvoy doesn't have a stick. Can't get it out of the zone. Thrown back towards Swayman, who makes the save. Marchand will just clear it up off the near glass and take the icing.
Hampus Lindholm had no idea that McAvoy didn't have his stick. He was just trying to use his partner behind the net, which normally would be the right play, but Oh, McAvoy's got nothing. He lost it up in the neutral zone, I believe. Robertson was trying to blow the zone. They got tied up in the middle of the ice. And I know Swayman wanted to cover that puck on the shot from the point, but it got away from him, and Marchand wasn't going to take any chances, just sent it all the way down.
Elias Lindholm won the faceoff, but will blow it dead here and give him a warning instead. He's questioning why. He stands in against Seguin once again. Seguin wins it back to the point for Lyubushkin. Harley fired one in front. Kicked out of there, and Marchand will send McAvoy out through the neutral ice. McAvoy carries it to the Dallas line. Winds it around behind the net. Pasternak backhanded back down looking for Lindholm, but take it away. Harley will go the other direction. Harley carries it to the Boston line. Pass off for Marchment. Knocked away from Seguin by Marchand. Marchment stumbled along the near boards as he tried to get it into the Bruins zone. We get a whistle and an interference call.
Wotherspoon's interfered with Duchesne. That puck got chipped by Wotherspoon. He stepped in front of Duchesne, and the referee felt that the interference call should be made there. Wotherspoon disagrees, but
.353 gone in this second period. Dallas has taken a 1-goal lead on a power play goal. And now another opportunity, their third of the game. Puck batted into the corner. And it'll be cleared by Carlo all the way down. Smith stops it at the back of the net. Dallas attacking from left to right here. Heiskanen left it for Johnston coming through neutral zone. Off to the right side for Robertson. Back to Heiskanen at the blue line. Shot redirected in on Swayman, who made a nice save. And the puck cleared out by Zadorov. 30 seconds into the power play here for Dallas. Turnover inside the Boston line. Zadorov sends over to Carlo, and he will shoot it down into Dallas territory. But Heiskanen quick up for Johnston. Johnston stepping toward the slot. Zadorov flattened him, and Bruins once again get the clear. Heiskanen leaving it in the far circle of the Dallas zone. Back and forth they go through neutral ice. As moving right to the front of the net, Duchesne, and a chance. They score. Stankoven right on the doorstep gets the feed from Duchesne. And back-to-back power play goals for Dallas to make it 3-1.
Really good-looking give and go coming up the ice this time. They move it back and forth coming through the neutral zone, and then this puck is going to go over to the left wing. And Duchesne moves it left, gets the return pass, and then he attacks the net from the left wing. They get the 2-on-1 with Lindholm, Hampus Lindholm in front of the net. And Duchesne's going to attack from that sharp angle and then slip this pass between Lindholm's legs. Stankoven in front, and Stankoven just chips it home. Pass really a helpless Jeremy Swayman there past the glove side. But that's the entry into the zone and then attack. So 2 power play goals here for Dallas.
First goal of the year for Logan Stankoven, and Dallas with a 2-goal lead.
He's loaded up on assists. Just doesn't have the goals.
That's 7 points in 7 games coming into this one. A shot out of the Dallas zone by Harley, who sat the Boston blue line, taken by Patra. Pivots up the left wing side. Patra trying to get around Lyubushkin. Goes into the near corner. Gets knocked to a knee, but got it back to Hampus Lindholm, who fires one toward the slot. Directed off into the near side circle. Seguin will drag it out of the Dallas zone. Plays it for Harley, and he spins it in deep. Hampus Lindholm burst it around to McAvoy, far side. Kept alive at the blue line by Lindell. Back around toward the near side it comes. Battle for possession along the hash marks, right up against the glass near side. Bach trying to get it back toward the blue line. Instead, the Bruins force it out of the zone. Bach will get it right back in on the attack here. McAvoy sweeps it off his stick. Poked at by Hampus Lindholm. McAvoy got knocked down at the back of the net, but Hampus right there lifts it up off the near glass and out through neutral ice. Wendell going behind his own net. Lundqvist passes up the near right wing side for Sam Steele. Give it back over to Wotherspoon. Bruins will get a tip in from Brazo in the far corner. Now he's in there on the forecheck. Koepke coming in along the near boards to keep that puck deep. Kastelik as well, trying to get it out in front for Brazo, but denied. Lifted up and out of the zone by Dadonov. Brazo swept it back down that right wing side in behind the Dallas net. Stars with it. Wendell's pass to Johnston in the neutral ice. Lundqvist gains the red line, dumps it into the right wing corner, wrapping around far side. Peak trying to shoot it out of there. It'll come back deep. And Wotherspoon brings behind the Bruins net. Had it taken off his stick by Ben. Wotherspoon shoving Ben, who passed along for Dadonov. Shot off the near boards. Knocked down by Swayman. Stays in play. Pasternak on the far side will lift it out to neutral ice. Gloved down by Dumba. Trying to get Dallas right back in on the attack, but Marchand takes that away. Ticking down to 12.5 left here in the second period. Bruins trailing by 2 on home ice. Peak carrying the puck down the right wing boards. Here's Pasternak near side, put one wide as Marchand tried to force it back out in front. Stars with it. Zadorov at the blue line near side, keeps in. Sends it back toward the corner. Robertson trying to hold his ground against Elias Lindholm. Dumba takes a tumble. Behind the net comes Marchand with a puck. And we get a whistle from the official out in the neutral zone. He's going to call a trip against the Bruins.
Boston penalty number 88. 2-minute minor tripping.
So with 12:06 to go here in the second, Dallas will go to another power play with a 3-1 lead here on the 98.5, the Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Attention all enthusiasts. It's the 38th Annual Sports and Card Memorabilia Show at the Shriners Auditorium. November 1st through the 3rd, sponsored by 98.5 The Sports Hub. Over 40 stars. Ray Borg, Crawley Fingers, Chris Hogan, Sony Michelle, Trot Nixon, and many more. November 1st through the 3rd. Visit SureShotPromotions.com.
When your team's best players have all been traded and the latest pick is overrated, just raise a glass with a friend or two and tell them more, tell them more, tell them more do. May your team be great and your picks be true, and if it falls apart, you'll know what to do. Just raise a glass with a fan or two and tell them more, tell them more, tell them more do. It's a crazy world, so what do? You tell them more, tell them more, tell them more do. Hey!
Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey, 40% alcohol, William Grant & Sons, Inc., New York.
Hey, it's Mads. Are you tired of spending money repairing your heating or AC system year over year? Well, stop the cycle of costly repairs with Rodenhiser Home Services Fix It Forward program. Just show Rodenhiser any past repair bill, and they'll apply up to $550 as a down payment toward a brand new energy-efficient heating or AC system. And the repair bill can be from any HVAC company. Fix It Forward ends December 31st, so visit Rodenhiser.com/fixitforward to schedule a free consultation today. Nice people, great service since 1928.
This Halloween season, don't fight the scary crowds in Salem. Head to Wicked Haunt Fest at Charlestown's Hood Park. This first-of-its-kind festival in Boston offers spooky thrills and family fun, including Hollywood-level walk-through immersive experiences that will have you screaming with fear. So grab your crew for this Scare Fest, featuring seasonal eats, an October Beer Fest garden, and more. And getting there is easy without the hassle of city traffic, with free 3-hour parking or just take the T. Don't miss out on Wicked Haunt Fest. Get your tickets now at bostonswickedhauntfest.com.
Listen live. Check out our podcast with the 98.5 The Sports Hub app.
12:06 left here in the second period. The Dallas Stars have a 3-1 lead after a pair of power play goals early in the period, and they will go to the power play again as David Pasternak is whistled off for tripping.
That entire commercial timeout, Jim Montgomery has his group over by the bench. Every player was in on this, and it was not a... It wasn't an out-of-control yelling session, but it was pretty stern over there for this Bruins team. Some of the things that he needs to see better, and it just... Another penalty here to the Bruins. They've given up 2 power play goals so far this period.
Came into the game having allowed the most opposing power plays in the league.
That's a battle in the corner, and Pasternak's coming in to try to help, but he takes out the feet of Dumbo down low, and referee out at center ice calls it.
Marlowe gets the quick clear. Stars from their own zone with Hintz bringing to the blue line. Now Johnston back to Hintz coming down the middle, gets through the defense, moves right in on Swayman, missed the net.
Another one off the rush.
Johnston kept it moving toward Hintz. They'll work it around for Robertson, right wing circle. Fan on a pass attempt at the blue line. It's kept in by Heiskanen reaching out for it. Bruins will get it out at the red line. Robertson going through the center circle, floats it down into the left wing corner. Carlo beats Hintz to the punch around the near boards, courtesy of Zadorov, and out. All the way down it goes.
Their last goal came off the rush, right? Entering the zone. That time, another great opportunity off the rush.
1:05 left.
Marchmont getting into somebody over by the Bruins bench.
Almost into the Bruins bench. There is Duchesne. Bumped off stride by McAvoy. Here's Sagan moving in right circle. He scores. Tyler Sagan found himself with a puck all alone in the right circle. And 3 straight Dallas power play goals to make it 4-1.
Off the rush. They get everybody on one side for the Bruins, and then this pass comes back through the seam from left wing over to the right wing circle, and Sagan is wide open in the right wing circle, but it's all off the rush here for Dallas. You move this puck, it's Marchmont who moves it wide to Sagan. Sagan's inside the dot, right wing circle, and he's got all kinds of time and space. And he's going to be able to beat Swayman clean up over top of the glove hand side. Actually, Swayman got a piece of it with the shoulder, but they have no answer for the Dallas Stars right now off of their rush.
4th goal of the year for Tyler Sagan in 4 games.
The man advantage rush.
5 games, I should say. Adds to an assist earlier tonight. Cleaning up some debris on the ice over by the Dallas bench. Jamie Benn, the Stars captain, doing his part there. So face off at center ice. Stars with 3 power play goals on as many opportunities here in the second period. Just under 11 minutes to go in the second. And they've built themselves a 4-1 lead. Puck is played down into the corner by Peak, and we got a penalty coming against Dallas this time. So 10:46 to go in the period. Bruins will go to the power play and try to stop the bleeding.
Well, you got Dallas that comes into this game really struggling with the man advantage, and they pop 3 power play goals here in this second period. Their penalty killing is #1 in the NHL. We'll see if the Bruins can do anything against them in this situation. Just a little hook by Steele, not much out in the neutral zone, but reached in enough apparently.
It'll be Elias Lindholm, Pavel Zacha, Brad Marchand, David Pastrnak, and Charlie McAvoy on the power play unit. They kick it back to McAvoy from the center of the blue line. Shot into traffic in front. Marchand got it across. Pastrnak had a chance, as did Lindholm, and couldn't put it home. Marchand's got it back on the right circle to McAvoy up top. Over to Pastrnak at the left dot. Misfired on a one-time attempt. It'll come back his way as he tried to get it back to McAvoy at the point. It's knocked away. And it's brought up ice here by Colin Blackwell.
I think one of those shots may have hit the iron.
Elias Lindholm will deal over to Pastrnak from the red line. Dumps it in. Zacha able to get to it against Lyubushkin in the near corner. Marchand trying to spin it around the back glass, and it tips up and out of play. Minute 19 to go on the man advantage. 10:05 left here in the second period.
Yeah, McAvoy takes the initial shot after the face-off win. The puck doesn't get through, but it comes just off to that right wing side, and Marchand chipped it, I believe, off the iron, and then Pastrnak trying to get to it from the other side. And it's just a bouncing puck. He may have hit the post as well. And then DeSmith made a save on the third attempt.
Off the face-off, it'll come behind the Dallas net. Taken toward the far side by Lindell. Has time. Lays it up ice for Hintz. Now to Johnston. Short-handed shot. Goes up and over Swayman. Fredericks got it off the carom. Minute 5 to go in the power play. Bruins moving from right to left on offense here. As Hampus Lindholm finds Carlo. Sit around behind to the near side. It's cleared out by Harley all the way down. 9:35 to go in the period. 48 to go in the power play. Carlo dumps it down the right wing boards. Swings it around toward the near side. Frederick in the corner. To the back of the net. Frederick trying to stuff her out in front. Brazo scores! So the Bruins get a power play goal of their own. Justin Brazo picks up his first of the year and cuts it back to 4-2.
Yeah, second power play unit out there. And about 34 seconds remaining in this penalty. So it's kind of a forecheck here by Frederick. Geeky gives him some help. They keep it alive. Frederick comes around on his forehand. Tries the stump attempt, but it comes right to Brazo, who rotates from the corner, gets to the front of the net quickly. And as that puck rolls off of Frederick's stick on the stump attempt, it comes right to Brazo, who beats his man back to the front of the net.
So at 9:18 to go in the second, Bruins get the power play goal against the top-ranked Stars penalty kill. And it's back to a 2-goal Stars lead. Puck into the Boston zone. Carlo pushing it along the boards for Zadorov. Kepke sends the outlet pass. Patra cutting toward the right side as he carries toward the far corner. Takes a hit from Heiskanen. Dumba has it pinned in there against Kastelik. Back to Carlo, far point. Shot one through the slot onto the near side. Old Kepke in the corner. It's knocked down. Puck played along for Patra. Patra's got it on the hash marks. Trying to give it to Kepke, taken away. And Hintz will lead the Stars up ice. Puts one past Zadorov, who turns back and gets it. Here we had Kepke springing forward at the blue line, but the Bruins instead will go for a change. Jamie Benn, front of the penalty boxes. Passes off for Johnston into the Boston zone. Johnston centering pass. And misfiring on a one-time attempt was Lundqvist. Bruins clear it up ice. Beecher skating onto it in the Dallas zone, near side circle. Forced into the corner. Lundell back of the net against Zaka. Zaka will play it along for Beecher. Beecher centering pass. Geeky couldn't get a stick on it. Wotherspoon sends it back toward the slot. Zaka sticks it away from Ben. Geeky and Beecher along the far side boards. To the back of the net it comes. Geeky got spun around against Lindell, who lifts it up off the glass and out to neutral ice. Chopped onto the stick of Wotherspoon. Peak and Johnston will pivot in behind the Bruins net. Johnston tried to backhand one in front. Denied by Swayman. Zaka got a stick on it. Free puck to Wotherspoon. He will start the Bruins up ice as he sends a pass ahead for Geeky. Geeky will float it into the Dallas zone as the Bruins are changing away from the play. In the neutral zone, Coyle takes a Sagan pass away. McAvoy will skate it on into the offensive zone. Down deep, Coyle against Lyubushkin. Now Harley involved as well. He will get the puck free for the Stars as it comes across ice with 7 minutes to play in the period. Bruins down by 2. Lyubushkin, long pass to Duchesne at center ice. One touched it along for Sagan. Sagan gets it down into the right wing corner. Stars getting some changes on here as McAvoy sends a pass to the red line for Brazo. Shot it off the far boards. Got a piece of the linesman. Couldn't get it all the way deep. Stars will bring out of their own zone with Heiskanen. Lifts it down the right wing corner. Around toward Carlo. Pasternak moving up the right wing side. Sends into the Dallas zone. It'll float in on goal, and DeSmith forced to cover it up with 6:22 left here in the second period. So it's a 4-2 Dallas lead. We'll return here on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Hey, Big Jim Murray here. Join me Saturday, November 2nd from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. at Netta in Franklin. There'll be live music, tailgate games, and if you're feeling lucky, you might even get a shot at beating me in a game of cornhole. The 98.5 of Sports Hub Street team's going to be there. You could also win New England football tickets or a 50-inch TV. And it wouldn't be a party without amazing food. Cousins Maine Lobster and Hogwash Barbecue are going to be serving up the goods. So bring your friends, dogs, and your appetite. Don't miss the fun November 2nd at Netta in Franklin. And for more info, go to nettacare.org.
This Halloween season, don't fight the scary crowds in Salem. Head to Wicked Haunt Fest at Charlestown's Hood Park. This first-of-its-kind festival in Boston offers spooky thrills and family fun, including Hollywood-level walk-through immersive experiences that will have you screaming with fear. So grab your crew for this Scare Fest, featuring season elites, an October Beer Fest garden, and more. And getting there is easy without the hassle of city traffic, with free 3-hour parking or just take the T. Don't miss out on Wicked Haunt Fest. Get your tickets now at bostonswickedhauntfest.com.
When your team's best players have all been traded and the latest pick is overrated, just raise a glass with a friend or two and tell them more, tell them more, tell them more do. May your team be great and your picks be true, and if it falls apart, you'll know what to do. Just raise a glass with a fan or two and tell them more, tell them more, tell them more do. It's a crazy world, so what do? You tell them more, tell them more, tell them more do. Hey!
Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey, 40% alcohol, William Grant & Sons Inc., New York.
The home of the Revs, the Sports Hub.
Justin Brazo's goal has the Bruins back within 2 here in the second period, assisted by Trent Frederick and Morgan Geekie. That's our delivery of the game, delivered by Granite City Electric's GCE Night Train. Electrical contractors, get on board the GCE Night Train. Order your materials to be delivered overnight to the job site the following morning and save time and money. Go to GCEnighttrain.com to order. Power play goals abounding here in the second period. 3 by Dallas, 1 by the Bruins. Stars leading at 4-2 with 6:22 to go in the second. Face off in the offensive zone, won by Elias Lindholm. They tried to set up Pasternak for a one-timer. Marchand's pass taken away. Instead, it's brought forward by Heiskanen. Knocked out of the air by Marchand. Has it back, brings it to the red line. Sending it down the far right wing. Dumba takes a bump from Lindholm. Pasternak trying to get it to the front of the net. Instead, Hintz takes away. And the puck played out to the blue line. Knocked down there by McAvoy, and back in behind to Smith it goes. He will backhand it toward the near side for Heiskanen, who takes a heavy hit from Pasternak in the corner. They come back deep into the Stars territory.
Trying to lead by example right now. Marchand with a good back check. Pasternak with a good forecheck. He's at the end of his shift. I think Heiskanen anticipated that.
Zadorov put away in the defensive zone, and a quick 3-on-2 here. Trying to get it to the front of the net was Colin Blackwell. But Swayman didn't give him much to work with along the far side of that net.
Yeah, he's under virtually no pressure there, but he's waiting for someone to give the puck to, and he's not really moving, and all of a sudden he's turning it over. Zadorov.
Lundqvist back at the point. Center broken up by Carlo. Forced into the corner is Bach. Steele pivots away from Zadorov. Bach shot one through the slot. Untouched. Lundqvist with a drive from the near side point. And Swayman will hold on to that one. We've got 4:54 left here in the second period. And Dallas has a 4-2 lead here at TD Garden on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Hey, Big Jim Murray here. Join me Saturday, November 2nd from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. at Netta in Franklin. There'll be live music, tailgate games, and if you're feeling lucky, you might even get a shot at beating me in a game of cornhole. The 98.5 Sports Hub Street team's going to be there. You could also win New England football tickets or a 50-inch TV. And it wouldn't be a party without amazing food. Cousins Maine Lobster and Hogwash Barbecue are going to be serving up the goods. So bring your friends, dogs, and your appetite. Don't miss the fun November 2nd at Netta in Franklin. And for more info, go to nettacare.org.
This Halloween season, don't fight the scary crowds in Salem. Head to Wicked Haunt Fest at Charlestown's Hood Park. This first-of-its-kind festival in Boston offers spooky thrills and family fun, including Hollywood-level walk-through immersive experiences that will have you screaming with fear. So grab your crew for this Scare Fest, featuring season elites, an October Beer Fest garden, and more. And getting there is easy without the hassle of city traffic, with free 3-hour parking or just take the T. Don't miss out on Wicked Haunt Fest. Get your tickets now at bostonswickedhauntfest.com.
Waiting for your electrical supplies during the day or sitting in traffic is for the birds. Use the GCE Night Train from Granite City Electric and get access to over $50 million in local inventory with a free guaranteed overnight delivery of your electrical supplies anywhere in New England. So avoid wasting time waiting in line and sitting in traffic. Order by 5 p.m. and you'll have your materials the next morning by 6 a.m. guaranteed. Visit GCEnighttrain.com to get on board the GCE Night Train today. Granite City Electric, proud partner of the Boston Bruins Radio Network.
The only place to hear the game, the Sports Hub.
2 helpers on that last Bruins goal with those feeds. The Shaws and Star Market Foundation donates another $200 to the Greater Boston Food Bank to help fight food insecurity. Learn more about feeding the puck for families at 985thesportshub.com/feedthepuck. 4:54 left here in the second period. Dallas leads at 4-2. And a faceoff coming up deep in Boston territory. Johnny Beecher against Wyatt Johnston. It comes to Wotherspoon. Played around the near boards. Took a funny hop off the glass. Bruins can't get it out. Wotherspoon deals it behind the net for Peak. On to Kastelik. He'll start his way up the right wing side. Tried to get it ahead to Koepke. Didn't connect, and that's going to wind up a Bruins icing.
Fans, hockey season is the perfect time to replace your old boiler with a new Peerless boiler. Don't wait until you have no heat. Go to peerlessboilers.com for a dealer near you. And remember, Peerless Boilers, the world's best built boilers.
Shots now 23-14 in favor of Dallas in the game. A 10-3 edge for the Stars here in the period. Face off to the left of Swayman. Down to our right. Beecher and Sagan. Marshman trying to get it back to the blue line. Instead, send it out of the zone. Wotherspoon will get it as it comes back deep into Boston territory. Coming in behind the net. Pressured from behind. Sagan kept it in along the near boards, and now it's chopped up and out of the zone. Bouncing, rolling puck will go wide of DeSmith, and that's another Boston icing.
2 in a row. This line, who've been reunited. They had been together for the first 7 games. They got split up with Koepke going to a different line, but now this fourth line back together at this point of the game. They have been for a little while now. But a couple icings in a row for them.
This time the face-off on the other side of the ice to the right of Jeremy Swayman. Hintz pulled it toward the boards. Stars with Heiskanen from the left point to wind it in deep to the right corner. Stankoven took a hit from Kastelik. Gets the puck back. Stankoven takes another hit from Kastelik. Knocked down this time. Kastelik goes tumbling over the top of him. They continue to battle for possession. Stars have it with Robertson. Back to Dumba. Heiskanen deals to Hintz, center of the blue line. Now Heiskanen firing one in front. Denied in front. The Bruins will turn up ice with it.
They need a line change. All 5 go off here.
Koepke dumps in. Heads for the bench. Stars will try to come back the other way. Robertson was engaged with Hampus Lindholm near the red lines. The Bruins regain the puck with McAvoy spinning in behind his own net. Up the right side he comes. Across the Dallas line. Right circle. Save made by DeSmith. And the Stars grab the puck and try to go quickly the other way. Airborne pass, gloved down by Blackwell. Hampus Lindholm shadowing him into the corner. Razzo took a bump from Bach. Bruins come with the puck as Frederick steps out into the neutral ice from the red line. Sends it softly toward the near corner. Boyle against Lindell, battling for possession. Blackwell will lob it back out into the neutral zone. Under 3 minutes to go in the period. 4-2, Dallas has the lead. Marchand tipping one toward the attack zone. It goes out of play in the near corner.
Yeah, you spend all that time in your own zone, a couple of icings in a row, and then you finally get some open ice moving up. But you need a line change. So you soft dump in, 5 guys go for a change. Dallas goes back, hits the puck. Here they come right back at you.
Marchand reaching for one just inside the Dallas zone. Pushkin got it out. Zadorov riding Dodonov into the near corner of the Boston zone. It comes back to Lyubushkin. His shot. Save made by Swayman. Johnston got the rebound back out in front for Ben as Swayman had pursued that puck.
Ben had an open net.
He did. Couldn't get it there. Johnston's shot attempt blocked, and he lost his stick in the process. Puck comes back through neutral ice. Marchand plays it into the Dallas zone. That ramps up and out of play. Faceoff will be in the offensive zone here.
Yeah, Ben was open there in the slot area. That was a couple battles won by the Dallas Stars down in the corner to get possession of this puck. I didn't catch who it was, but got in there on Ben before he get that shot away. Swayman's playing the initial shot, so he's got to be aggressive on that. And then they reverse it back into the high slot there for Ben.
Off the draw in the Dallas zone. Stars will come away with it. Sagan had it knocked off his stick by Wotherspoon out in the neutral ice. Potro on the near board trying to get it deep. Could not. Wotherspoon does now as he shoots it around behind the net. Overskating was Heiskanen. That opens it up for Geekie. To the back of the net for Patra. Centering pass looking out in front for Zaka. Came back instead to the blue line and bounced away from Wotherspoon.
He was going to play with his hand and then decided to try to play with his stick, and it bounced right by him.
Heiskanen dumps it in behind Swayman. Wotherspoon in the near corner. Dumps it back further for Peak. His pass gets out of the zone, but thrown right back in deep by Lindell. Under 90 seconds to play here in the period. 4-2, Dallas leads it. Wotherspoon sends a long pass off the far boards for Pasternak with speed. Comes across the Dallas line. Stops far hash marks. Throws one to the front of the net. Save made by DeSmith. Elias Lindholm trying to backhand it out in front. Slipped away from him.
That puck deflected on the way into DeSmith, and he had to stay on that short side post.
Hampus Lindholm deals it for Marchand. Marchand from his own blue line. Back to Lindholm coming forward. Lindholm gives it across to Elias Lindholm, right circle, and a shot save made by DeSmith. Rebound kicked right up in the air. Stars deal it out. Stankoven working his way up the right side. Centering pass for Robertson. Over for Hintz, who gets knocked down as he centers one.
That's a good hit by Lindholm coming back on the back check.
Marchand sweeps it into the Dallas zone. Lyubushkin got it right back ahead. Here's Dodonov. He gets knocked down in a stiff check by Sidorov in open ice, but the Stars still on the attack with 27 to go in the period, and a turnaround shot by Robertson saved by Swayman. Robertson to Lyubushkin. Down low. And a chance for Dodonov. Denied by Swayman. Center blue line, Harley to Ben. Back to Harley. One-timer redirected and floats into the near corner. 8 seconds to go in the period. Locked up along the near boards, Lyubushkin and Coyle. Marchand will sweep it out of the zone, and that will bring us to the end of the second period. So 4 goals in the period, all of them coming on the power play. 3 by the Stars, and then 1 by the Bruins, Justin Brazeau. And Dallas takes a 4-2 lead into the locker room through 40 minutes. We'll be back to recap what we've seen so far on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealers.
Hey, Big Jim Murray here. Join me Saturday, November 2nd from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. at Netta in Franklin. There'll be live music, tailgate games, and if you're feeling lucky, you might even get a shot at beating me in a game of cornhole. The 98.5 Sports Hub Street team's going to be there. You could also win New England football tickets or a 50-inch TV. And it wouldn't be a party without amazing food. Cousins Maine Lobster and Hogwash Barbecue are going to be serving up the goods. So bring your friends, dogs, and your appetite. Don't miss the fun November 2nd at Netta in Franklin. And for more info, go to nettacare.org.
When your team's best players have all been traded and the latest pick is overrated, just raise a glass with a friend or two and tell them more, tell them more, tell them more do. May your team be great and your picks be true, and if it falls apart, you'll know what to do. Just raise a glass with a fan or two and tell them more, tell them more, tell them more do. It's a crazy world, so what do? You tell them more, tell them more, tell them more do. Hey!
Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey, 40% alcohol, William Grant & Sons Inc., New York.
Tip off every Celtics game all season long with great tasting, less filling Miller Lite, the original light beer. Miller Lite, official partner of the 2024 World Champion Boston Celtics. When it's game time, it's Miller time, Celtics fans.
Hey, Hey, it's Maz. Are you tired of spending money repairing your heating or AC system year over year? Well, stop the cycle of costly repairs with Rodenhiser Home Services Fix It Forward program. Just show Rodenhiser any past repair bill, and they'll apply up to $550 as a down payment toward a brand new energy-efficient heating or AC system. And the repair bill can be from any HVAC company. Fix It Forward ends December 31st, so visit Rodenhiser.com/fixitforward to schedule a free consultation today. Nice people, great service since 1928.
This Halloween season, don't fight the scary crowds in Salem. Head to Wicked Haunt Fest at Charlestown's Hood Park. This first-of-its-kind festival in Boston offers spooky thrills and family fun, including Hollywood-level walk-through immersive experiences that will have you screaming with fear. So grab your crew for this Scare Fest, featuring seasonal eats, an October Beer Fest garden, and more. And getting there is easy without the hassle of city traffic, with free 3-hour parking or just take the T. Don't miss out on Wicked Haunt Fest. Get your tickets now at bostonswickedhauntfest.com.
Are you looking to make the most out of your savings? On Raisin.com, you can earn higher interest rates with just a few clicks. Raisin.com gives you access to some of the best rates on CDs and high-yield savings accounts from our partner banks and credit unions nationwide, all from a single login. With your free account, you can fund and manage multiple savings accounts, maximizing your federal deposit insurance coverage and minimizing headaches. There's no minimums, no hidden fees, and no fine print. Grow your savings today. Visit Raisin.com. That's Raisin.com.
Felger and Maz, afternoons 2 to 6 on the Sports Hub.
Back and forth they go through neutral ice. As moving right to the front of the net, Duchesne, and a chance. They score. Stankoven right on the doorstep gets the feed from Duchesne, and back-to-back power play goals for Dallas to make it 3-1. Back here between periods as the Dallas Stars lead it 4-2 after 2, and 3 power play goals in succession by the Stars to open up that lead in the second period. Brazo with a power play goal for the Bruins to stop the bleeding a little bit, but still a 2-goal cushion here for the Stars. They go to the third period. And we talked a little bit about the Stars and their early season struggles on the power play. They put an end to that quickly here in the second period.
Yeah, I think before we even get to that, Ryan, I think it's important. People they want more offense from the Bruins. And we talked about it a little bit in the pregame show. How are you getting more offense? You've got to be able to defend and then get out of your zone. And there's just been too many times. I mean, how many odd man rushes have they given up today? It started right off the drop of the puck in the second period, right? I mean, I think it was Lindholm that fell down right at the blue line. All of a sudden, there's a breakaway, creates a penalty, and Pasternak's going to the box, and they scored a power play goal. Too many guys left in the slot, too many guys left open. And I'm not talking about the power play goals. We'll get to that in a second.
Yep.
I'm talking about 5-on-5. And even when the Bruins had power plays in the first period, they gave up odd man rushes. So they have not defended well at 5-on-5. Now, penalty killing. The 3 goals that were scored were all off the rush. And even a couple of chances that didn't go in were off the rush. The Bruins had no answer off the rush. I mean, it's strange because they're usually a decent rush defending team off of when they're shorthanded. But Dallas really has the good puck movement and speed coming through the neutral zone. A couple give and goes through the neutral zone, and then you move that puck over to the left wing. Duchesne does to Marchment, and then you get the right defenseman to be aggressive over there, and it's chipped by him. All of a sudden, Duchesne's walking in on a 2-on-1. Lindholm's the only defenseman in front, and Stankoven's standing wide open in front, just chips it home into basically an empty net. A nice pass from Duchesne, but I think. I mean, all 4 goals, essentially, I shouldn't say that. One of the power play goals in the second period was scored when they moved it from high to low, and then they get that pass into Robertson in the high slot there for a goal. But 3 of the goals today, 1 5-on-5, 2 power plays, 3 out of the 4 have come off the rush, and 2 of them with the man advantage. So the Bruins struggle in that. I mean, look, they're struggling in a number of areas defensively. You got 2 goals through 2 periods, okay, but you've been outchanced in this game. Maybe you had some chances during your power play where I think Marchand hit a post and Pastrnak hit a post. That was the closest they had come, and then eventually Brazo gets the goal when the second unit gets out there on a nice job winning the battle down low between Frederick and Geekie and Brazo, and then Brazo finishes it off, beating his man back to the front of the net. But I think defending right now for the Bruins is a bigger issue, because that needs to be strong. That needs to be where they excel we've talked about this since before opening night, before the drop of the puck opening night, that they built up their defense unit. They've got a system in place that they're confident in, and a defensive structure that they've been really good in over the last, I don't know how many years now. I mean, they've always been, or it seems like anyhow on the scoreboard, it's always been a hard team to play against and get chances against. You're going to go through spells where you dip a little bit during a season, but I'm not seeing it right now. I'm not seeing it nearly enough, and it's not hard, for other teams to generate good scoring chances, whether it's off the rush or whether it's in zone.
Well, we talked about it. You go back to opening night. This is supposed to be kind of the biggest strength of this team is from the net out, and for whatever reason, through the first 8 games, it has been some struggles.
Goaltending, team defense, right? I mean, and today, is it you're stuck inside your own zone a lot? There's been a couple unforced errors, but there's been a couple forced errors. That's okay. You got to be able to bounce back from that and recover from that. But how many chances just off? I mean, the odd man chances off the rushes that we saw in the first period, and then with the man advantage in the second period, it can't happen. It's got to be better. They like to use the word connected, between the forwards and the D and even the goaltender in those situations, and we're not seeing them connected. You get 4 guys running over on one side. Tyler Seguin's wide open in the right wing circle. He's got so much time and space to do what he wants with that puck. And he's a good shooter. And you give him that much time and space from that spot. You give Robertson a chance from the high slot, a guy that, his shot and his ability to his release, you're going to give him that opportunity from that high slot. There were a couple big ones in the first period. Those are the grade A chances, those inside chances that, whether it's off the rush or whether it's off the setup, that have to be cleaned up.
Well, we'll see how the Bruins can respond in the third period. Right now, they trail it by a score of 4-2. Our music of the game is brought to you by Live Nation. Don't miss Disturbed, celebrating the 25th anniversary of The Sickness, live Friday, March 14th at TD Garden with special guests, 3 Days Grace and Seven Dust. Get tickets now at livenation.com. We'll get a check of Sports Hub headlines with Joe Murray when we return here on the 98.5, the Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Hey, Big Jim Murray here. Join me Saturday, November 2nd from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. at Netta in Franklin. There'll be live music, tailgate games, and if you're feeling lucky, you might even get a shot at beating me in a game of cornhole. The 98.5 of Sports Hub Street team's going to be there. You could also win New England football tickets or a 50-inch TV. And it wouldn't be a party without amazing food. Cousin's Maine Lobster and Hogwash Barbecue going to be serving up the goods. So bring your friends, dogs, and your appetite. Don't miss the fun November 2nd at Netta in Franklin. And for more info, go to nettacare.org.
When your team's best players have all been traded and the latest pick is overrated, just raise a glass with a friend or two and tell them more, tell them more, tell them more do. May your team be great and your picks be true, and if it falls apart, you'll know what to do. Just raise a glass with a fan or two and tell them more, tell them more, tell them more do. It's a crazy world, so what do? You tell them more, tell them more, tell them more do.
Hey! Tullamore Jew Irish Whiskey, 40% alcohol, William Grant & Sons, Inc., New York.
Hey, just the socks. Thanks.
Great. Name, birthday, email address, shipping address, billing address. How many fire hydrants do you see? How'd you hear about us? Can we text you?
Forget it.
If your online store doesn't use Shopify for checkout, your customers will just, check out. Shopify has the world's best converting checkout, up to 36% better than other leading e-commerce platforms. That means fewer abandoned carts and more for your business. So switch to Shopify at shopify.com/listen and get a $1 trial. Shopify.com/listen.
Busy days and long to-do lists? Don't forget about your eyes. Pearl Vision has stylish frames from brands like Vogue, Michael Kors, and more. Visit pearlvision.com to schedule your eye exam and get 40% off lenses. Valid prescription required. Valid at participating locations. Restrictions apply. Taxes extra. See store for details. Ends December 31st, 24. Exams available at the Independent Doctors of Optometry at or next to Pearl Vision. Some doctors employed by Pearl Vision.
The home of the bees, the Sports Hub. Sports Hub headlines.
All right, NHL scoreboard after 2 periods right now. St. Louis leads Toronto 3-1. Another game going into the third. tie game between the Devils and the Red Wings. Same thing with the Wild and Lightning, each tied at 2. And the Panthers have a 3-1 lead right now over the Rangers heading into the third period. Later on tonight, Calgary hosts the Hurricanes. Utah 4-2-1. They host the Avalanche. Seattle, they host the 6-0 Winnipeg Jets. And the Kings, they'll host the San Jose Sharks with the puck drop at 10:30 tonight. The Celtics currently in action in Washington, and they have jumped out to a 96-71 lead. Jason Tatum, 25 points for the Green. Derek White has 19. Jaylen Brown with 17. Peyton Pritchard off the bench. He has 15 points. The Boston Bruins, don't miss your chance to laugh the night away. Comics come home and return to TD Garden on November 2nd with an all-star lineup in support of Cam Neely Foundation for Cancer Care. All funds raised during Comics Come Home are critical in helping the Foundation's mission to provide comfort, support, and hope to adult and pediatric cancer patients and their families. You can get tickets now at tdgarden.com/events. I'm Joe Murray. The third period is next on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CRV at your local Honda dealer.
Thumbtack presents the ins and outs of caring for your home. Out. Indecision. Overthinking. Second-guessing every choice you make. In. Plans and guides that make it easy to get home projects done. Out. Beige on beige on beige. In. Knowing what to do, when to do it, and who to hire. Start caring for your home with confidence. Download Thumbtack today.
What's up, guys? It's the champ, Sean O'Malley, here to talk to you about Prize Picks. Prize Picks is the best place to win real money while watching football. Create a lineup, pick more or less on at least 2 players. You can combine players from multiple sports: football, basketball, MMA, soccer, you name it. We got it. Prize Picks puts their members first, so all withdrawals are fast, safe, and secure. When my lineups hit, I can get my money as quick as 15 minutes. Prize Picks invented the flex play, so you can still cash out if your lineup isn't perfect. You can double your money even if one of your picks doesn't hit.
Right now, Prize Picks will give you $50 instantly when you play your first $5 lineup. You don't even need to win to receive the $50 bonus. It's guaranteed. Just download the Prize Picks app and use code GET100. That's code GET100 on Prize Picks to get $50 instantly when you play a $5 lineup. Prize Picks. Run your game. Must be present in certain states. Visit prizepicks.com for restrictions and details.
You have year-end goals. Constant Contact has what it takes to help you meet them faster. Sell more, raise more, and build real relationships with your audience with Constant Contact's digital marketing tools, all made to fast-track your success. Put the go in your 2024 goals with email, social, SMS, and customized marketing campaigns built for you in just a few clicks. Ready, set, go to ConstantContact.com and start your free trial today.
At Navigant Credit Union, our customers are our owners, which means your business success is our business success. Own your skill, own your goals, own your credit union. Navigant Credit Union, federally insured by NCUA.
Shouldn't every vacation be rewarding? Verbo thinks so, which is why Verbo offers One Key Rewards. With One Key, you'll earn rewards on eligible stays that can be used for more stays. Verbo Private Vacation Rentals. Relax. You booked a Verbo.
With the VSP Individual Vision Plan, you're the one pulling the strings. Because when getting vision coverage through work isn't an option, taking care of your eye health comes with a lot of decisions that only you should make. Like choosing how to save on the lens enhancements you need, the right name brand frames for your style, and choosing your eye doctor from the nation's largest independent doctor network. Even how you enroll is up to you. Make the best decisions for your vision at the eye doctor's office, retail locations, and online with VSP Individual Vision Plans.
Connect with Boston's Home for Sports online, 98.5thesportshub.com.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification across the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network.
Boston. This is Boston's most listened to sports station. Boston's Home for Sports, 98.5 The Sports Hub, a Beasley Media Group station.
This is a black and gold flashback.
Stern behind the Ottawa net, trying to find some room against Spezza. Plays it. Finds some room against Spezza. Plays it back straight away. Morris, one-timer, and he scores! Mark Recchi was on the doorstep for the tip, and the Bruins get to within one with 1:28 left. At the left point, Morris feeds it out in front. Tip, score! On the doorstep, David Krejci, and the Bruins have tied the game with 21.6 left. Tim Thomas and the Bruins looking for an amazing come-from-behind win if they can get a save here. Spezza slowly now picks up speed down the middle. A backhand, side Thomas, and the Bruins win this one on the shootout as they take it in Ottawa and come from behind fashion 4-3.
Our black and gold flashback taking us back to this date in 2009 as the Bruins scored twice in the final minute 28 with goaltender Tim Thomas pulled. And they defeated the Ottawa Senators in a shootout 4-3. That was the first time in team history the Bruins won a game in which they entered the final 2 minutes of regulation trailing by 2 goals. And it was the first time that they had scored twice with a goaltender pulled in 8 years. Hoping for a little of that magic here in the third period. Bruins trailing the Dallas Stars 4-2 as we get ready for the third period to get underway. Dallas with 3 power play goals in 4 opportunities. Bruins 1 out of 4 on the man advantage. All of the power play goals coming in that second period. Here in the third, the Bruins will be going from left to right on offense. As Charlie Coyle stands in against Tyler Seguin to open the faceoff. And the Stars will get the puck first. Heiskanen along the near boards. Batted away by Carlo. Just outside the Dallas line. Carlo brings it in, Coyle rather, brings it in across the line. Whistles one through the top of the crease. Instead, now Carlo on the near boards will play it toward the back of the net. Heiskanen chasing it into the far corner. Backhands it ahead, taken away by Coyle. Coyle stepping into the left dot, took the shot. DeSmith made the save. And Heiskanen will lift it up off the far glass and out.
Some space that time for Charlie Coyle, making it happen, coming into the zone, had the backhand chance, and then also a lot of room over on the left wing side to attack the net from the circle.
Puck angles in behind the Dallas net. Pasternak got there along the near side corner. Ben won it briefly but couldn't get it cleared. McAvoy fired it across the ice. Pasternak had to kick it onto his stick. Hampus Lindholm will play it across ice toward the near side. Couldn't connect with Elias Lindholm. Ben behind the net gave it away to Pasternak. Now Marchand comes to put some pressure on Ben, who lifts it out of the zone with a backhand.
Like the pass from McAvoy, like the idea of that pass from McAvoy over to Pasternak, just didn't quite put it where he needed to get that one-timer away.
Hampus Lindholm, the McAvoy back in the Bruins zone. Off the far boards, it comes to Morgan Geekie. Steps into the Dallas end, floats one deep. Patra able to maintain possession, got it in front. Zacha to Geekie, a turnaround shot from in tight, and DeSmith made the save. On the near board, Zacha got it back to Peak at the blue line. He'll play it around behind the Dallas net. Geekie pursuing along the far circle. Got it back to Wotherspoon. Passed along for Zacha. Zacha from the hash marks far side. Threw it in front. Smith had to make a save. Digging for it in the far corner. Both Zacha and Geekie. Zacha's got the puck back on his stick. Pass to Patra. Kicks it back onto Peak. Center blue line. His shot went wide. Off the back of the net. Geekie keeps it moving. Patra had it taken off his stick by Hintz and lifts it over Wotherspoon's head. Chased back into the Boston zone by Peak. 2:10 gone here in the third period. Bruins trailing by 2. As Peak sends a long pass out into neutral ice. Missed Kastelik, who points at Dumba and said that he got a piece of it. He did not, apparently. They whistle it an icing.
Yeah, some purpose to the Bruins game here to start this third period. I don't know if that's Bruins pushing. The Stars kind of backing off a little bit, but the Bruins doing a good job in that offensive end. And one thing we really didn't talk about a lot is, in between periods, we talked a little bit about some things that they gave up the power play goals. But are those penalties avoidable? Some of them, yes.
Heiskanen shoots one wide of Swayman. Puck on the far boards with Dumba to the back of the net. Seguin will deal it back for Heiskanen. Misfired. And the Bruins have a chance here with Kepi moving up the left side. Down the left circle. Centering pass. Trying to find Kastelik. knocked away from him. Zadorov now center blue line. Pass toward the right circle for Koepke. Didn't
Zadorov
connect.
Upset with himself there. He didn't put that puck for Koepke, so he'd get the one-timer away. That's twice the Bruins have had an opportunity to set up for a one-timer.
Locked up along the boards. Kastelik will sweep it in behind the Dallas net. They're checking at Dumba. Beecher trying to keep that alive. Dumba will lift it up and out of the zone. Both teams will get some changes on. No, both teams won't, because Dallas has whistled for an icing.
Clean ice. That puck goes all the way down. So an advantage Bruins. You got a couple tired Dallas Stars coming that have to stay out. Koepke got into that foot race with Heiskanen. I'd like to see him try to race somebody else than Heiskanen. Heiskanen's he's just such a good skater. Able to recover and get back.
A face-off down to our right near circle. Elias Lindholm pulls it toward the near boards. Lifted up and out of the zone by Dumba. Glove down by McAvoy near the red line. Marchand trying to get it right back to Elias Lindholm, who forces it into the corner against Dumba. Dumba kicks it back onto his stick, and Heiskanen will rip it off the near boards and out to neutral ice. McAvoy back for Elias Lindholm. Tapped in deep. Home along the near boards. Had to get through him. Dodonov let it go out through center. And it'll be Hampus Lindholm back to play in the Boston zone. And we got a whistle up ice. We're going to call Marchand for a cross-check on Lyubushkin.
Yeah, I didn't see what led to this, if Lyubushkin kind of baited him into this or not. It was way up at the far blue line, and the Bruins had the puck in their own zone, looking to move up the ice. The back referee saw it. I mean, he's watching the whole thing. Yeah, so Marchand got run into by somebody there, and he took exception to it. It was not Lyubushkin, though. And then as he was going by Lyubushkin, he gave him a cross-check to the ribs. He took a shoulder initially up high a little bit, well away from the puck. Probably not enough to get a penalty, but he was a little frustrated, it looked like.
So power play number 5 tonight for the Dallas Stars. They are 3 out of 4. Bruins able to get the puck out of the zone here, and Coyle, shorthanded, steps forward, got the shot in on to Smith, who kicks it away with a left pad. Harley to Hintz, and the Stars will come out of their own zone. Wyatt Johnston just short of center ice, trying to find Hintz. Directed up into the air off of Carlo. It comes down to Zadorov. He'll shoot it out of the Bruins zone. Heiskanen's got it back near his own blue line. Steps quickly to the Boston blue. Off to the left side for Ben. Into the corner. Hintz popped it loose in the direction of Johnston, but taken away, and Zadorov will clear it all the way down toward DeSmith. Minute 14 left on the Marchand penalty. 4.5 minutes gone in the third period. 4-2. Dallas has the lead. Duchesne will skate it up toward the Boston blue line. Peak took away a pass along the near boards, but Heiskanen will keep in. Over to the far side. Tic-tac-toe passing in front. A chance for Stankoven, forced up and over the net. Heiskanen back to Stankoven. High slot. This time Hampus Lindholm got in the way, and Koepke will send it the length of the ice.
Looking for that man right in the middle again.
37 seconds left on the Dallas power play. Harley drops it off for Duchesne, coming out of his own zone. Stankoven trying to come right down the middle. Taken away, and Frederick will angle it back into the Dallas end. Puck is played into the middle here, into the neutral ice. Dumba drops it off at the blue line. Harley stepping in toward the left circle. Took a shot that went up off the back glass. Duchesne got it back in front with the Bruins control. Zadorov will drop it back for Carlo, and now he slaps it all the way down ice. Bruins captain Brad Marchand steps out of the box, and the teams are at full strength with 14:15 to go in the third period. McAvoy with a puck in the neutral zone. Steps across the Dallas line, trying to send it across ice. Tipped up into the air. Gloved out of the air with Lindell. Stars coming forward with some numbers if they go. Wotherspoon denies a centering pass. Outlet from McAvoy to Marchand just missed. Drop back into the Dallas zone with Lindell. Over to Lyubushkin. Up the far wing for Steele. Wotherspoon's got it back. Puck is passed up the near boards by Peak and out of Geeky's reach. That'll be a Boston icing.
Well, better penalty kill, right? There's a couple of looks into the middle there for the Dallas Stars, but the Bruins didn't give up anything off the rush like they had maybe in the second period. Perstankov in there in the high slot on a couple of occasions, but a good kill for them. Now they got to go back to building that 5-on-5 game that they started this third period with.
Montra will take the defensive zone face-off to the right of Swayman. Against Jamie Benn. Benn wins it. Johnston uncorks a quick shot. Save made by Swayman, who paddles it in behind the net. Zacha finds Patra coming out of the zone. Patra struggling to find the handle on it, but does. Gets into the Dallas zone. On the left wing circle. Pushes it a little deeper. Geeky and Patra both there in the far corner trying to maintain possession. But it'll be pushed out by Lundqvist and lobbed into the Bruins zone. Hampus Lindholm gets it before it gets to Swayman. Patra in front of the Bruins bench with a puck. Zacha deals off for McAvoy cutting up the right side. McAvoy sends one in front. Patra upends him as he tried to get that puck. Crowd wanted a penalty there.
That was Wyatt Johnston on the back check. And he definitely got Patra's stick to make sure he couldn't get the shot away. But Patra ended up going flying, so it was hard to tell at real speed whether he got his skate or not.
In the far corner, Coyle and Frederick both deep for the Bruins, but Stars will come away with a puck. Dumba sends to Heiskanen, trying to feed it to the Boston line or Marshman, but instead it's the Bruins who move forward. Coyle bringing it down the middle. Pass off to the right side. Carlo gives to Brazo. Centering pass off of Coyle. Taken away. Glove down by Frederick at the blue line. Nice job to get a stick on that and keep it moving for Zadorov. Now it angles past Zadorov out near the blue line, and the Bruins have to come back to get it. 8 minutes gone here in the third period. Dallas still leading by 2. Backhanded into the Boston zone. Marchand cut it off. Peak plays it up off the near boards and out. Pasternak keeps it moving forward. Lyubushkin from his own zone. Played it back up the near side. Duchesne will come through neutral ice, going toward the far side of the ice. Gave it to Lyubushkin. Now back for Duchesne coming through the slot. Couldn't get the handle on it in time to get off a shot. Lyubushkin played it toward the corner. Wotherspoon right there. Wotherspoon under pressure from Duchesne. Passes ahead for Marchand. Redirected deep into the Dallas zone. Bruins turn for a change. Kastelik gets in there on the forecheck. Puck will come the length of the ice and a foot race. They give McAvoy the tie and thus an icing against Dallas.
That was close. That was close because the puck was coming around the boards, I suppose. Yeah, a couple good opportunities. McAvoy able to find Patra in the slot. Johnson on the back check, gets his stick. I think Patra, he was trying to shoot it, and because his stick got stopped, he just went off balance. If he didn't catch skate, I think it was a good defensive play. I know the fans didn't like it because it looked like a trip, but looked pretty clean.
Face-off win by Zacha. Hampus Lindholm, close far boards, lost the puck, and it's lifted out of the zone by Stankoven and just missed Rupe Hintz on a breakaway as he lobbed that puck ahead. Robertson gets to the back of the Boston net before he's taken off the play by Geeky. Geeky blocks a shot from Lindell, and it'll be covered here by Swayman at the near side of the crease. So we've got 10:47 to go here in regulation. Dallas on top 4-2 here on the 98.5, the Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Hey, Big Jim Murray here. Join me Saturday, November 2nd from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. at Netta in Franklin. There'll be live music, tailgate games, and if you're feeling lucky, you might even get a shot at beating me in a game of cornhole. The 98.5 Sports Hub Street team's going to be there. You could also win New England football tickets or a 50-inch TV. And it wouldn't be a party without amazing food. Cousins Maine Lobster and Hogwash Barbecue going to be serving up the goods. So bring your friends, dogs, and your appetite. Don't miss the fun November 2nd at Netta in Franklin. And for more info, go to nettacare.org.
At Navigant Credit Union, our customers are our owners, which means your business success is our business success. Own your skill, own your goals, own your credit union. Navigant Credit Union, federally insured by NCUA.
Hey, just the socks. Thanks.
Great. Name, birthday, email address, shipping address, billing address. How many fire hydrants do you see? How'd you hear about us? Can we text you?
Forget it.
If your online store doesn't use Shopify for checkout, your customers will just, well, check out. Shopify has the world's best converting checkout, up to 36% better than other leading e-commerce platforms. That means fewer abandoned carts and more for your business. So switch to Shopify at shopify.com/listen and get a $1 trial. Shopify.com/listen.
My brother-in-law died suddenly, and now my sister and her kids have to sell their home. That's why I told my husband we could not put off getting life insurance any longer. An agent offered us a 10-year, $500,000 policy for nearly $50 a month. Then we called SelectQuote. SelectQuote found us identical coverage for only $19 a month, a savings of $369 a year.
Whether you need a $500,000 policy or a $5 million policy, SelectQuote could save you more than 50% on term life insurance.
For your free quote, go to SelectQuote.com. SelectQuote.com. That's SelectQuote.com.
SelectQuote. We shop, you save. Full details on example policies at SelectQuote.com/commercials.
The Celtics play here at the Sports Hub.
10:47 to go here in the third period. 4-2, Dallas has the lead. They've gone 3 out of 5 on a power play tonight. Bruins are 1 out of 4. Bruins power play is brought to you by Bosch Tools, engineered for efficiency, comfort, and ease. Bosch Tools are built to keep workers going at full strength. Bosch Tools is what hard workers deserve. 5-1 shots on goal in favor of Boston here in the third period. 26-22 Dallas for the game. It's the Stars with the 2-goal lead. And a face-off coming up inside Bruins territory. Kastelic against Hintz. Near circle down to our left. Stars win the draw. Lindell, this one up and over Swayman, who outstretched the glove. Hintz got it back toward the blue line. Quist tried to get it to the net. Instead, along the near boards, they battle for it. Zadorov didn't get a stick to it. Robertson spun it around far side. It'll come back behind the net. Robertson getting position in front of Zadorov. Zadorov then gets hit by Kastelic on the far side. Zadorov will take the puck out from behind the Boston net and deal it ahead for Koepke. Wide pass. Beecher batted at by Lundqvist. Come in behind the net. Taken by Lindell. Taking his time in his own zone. Stops. Now passes up toward the red line for Robertson near boards. Robertson batting one out of the air with a glove all the way across the ice. Parker Wotherspoon wasn't going to take any chances because Dadonov couldn't play it. It would have been a hand pass. Now the Bruins get it deep into the Dallas zone. Centering pass. Brazo on the doorstep. Denied. Ben able to force it out of the zone, stumbling, coming across the Bruins line from his knees, still able to get it off to Johnston.
Best save of the game by DeSmith right there, keeping this 4-2. Brazo's open in front. He gets great body position in front of the net. He's on his forehand. It's a hard pass to him right at the goal mouth in the blue paint.
McAvoy shoots one toward the net. Would have been going wide. DeSmith put a stick on it anyway. Now Peak from the left point. Shot. Save made. Brazo the rebound. Got spun in behind the net. Was trying to force it around that far post and couldn't quite get it there.
Trying to wrap around. He didn't have short side there, and he was off balance, so he had that long reach. He's a right-hand shot. He's coming around on his forehand trying to wrap it home.
Elias Lindholm tried a one-touch pass for Marchand, didn't connect. Stars come right back. Sagan coming down the slot, ran into Peak, and the shot went up over the net. Sagan backhanding it into a scrum in the near corner. With Elias Lindholm there. Harley out near the blue line fires one in on Swayman, who hangs on to it. And we've got 8:39 now to go here in regulation. Stars 4, Bruins 2. Here on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
What's up, y'all? It's Drewski, here to talk about Prize Picks. Prize Picks is the best place to win real money while watching football. The app is real simple to use. Pick 2 or more players and pick more or less on their projection. PrizePicks puts their members first. All withdrawals are fast, safe, and secure. When my lineup hits, I can get my money in less than 15 minutes. PrizePicks invented the flex play. On PrizePicks, you can mix and match players on different sports, which means you can still cash out even if your lineup isn't perfect. You can double your money even if one of your picks doesn't hit. PrizePicks is the only daily fantasy app with injury insurance. If one of your players go down in the first half, PrizePicks does not count it as a loss.
Right now, PrizePicks will give you $50 instantly when you play your first $5 lineup. You don't even need to win to receive the $50 bonus. It's guaranteed. Just download the PrizePicks app and use code GET100. That's code GET100 on PrizePicks to get $50 instantly when you play a $5 lineup. PrizePicks, run your game. Must be present in certain states. Visit prizepicks.com for restrictions and details.
Listen live. Check out our podcast with the 98.5 The Sports Hub app.
8:39 to go. Bruins trailing 4-2 here to Dallas. Opening up a 3-game homestand here at TD Garden. We'll be back here on Saturday night. Take on the Toronto Maple Leafs at 7 o'clock. Select tickets still available for purchase. Visit bostonbruins.com/tickets to secure your seats for that original 6 matchup. Philadelphia Flyers will come here on Tuesday night. Also a 7 o'clock start. Face off to the right of Jeremy Swayman with 8:39 to go. Pasternak grabs that puck and goes. He floats it up the left wing side. Gets held up a bit by Lyubushkin. Goes into the corner against Harley. Puck comes kicking off the skate of Elias Lindholm and out in front. Marchand's got it back right circle. Gives to Lindholm near the dot. Lindholm moves it onto his forehand. Now hands off from Marchand along the near boards. Back to Peak for a one-timer, and that one goes wide to the short side. Into the far corner. It'll be lifted up the boards. Love down by Zadorov to keep in. Marchand able to pop it free. Lindholm keeps it into the blue line. Now on to Marchand with a shot. That one up over the net.
Yeah, I'm not sure that pass was intended for Marchand, but it got there. It was deflected off of his skate. He was right in the high slot for that opportunity, trying to go blocker side.
Puck back into the Boston zone here with 7:46 to go. Peak coming out from behind his own net. Zaka finds McAvoy coming through the neutral ice. They work it to Patra down the right circle. A shot. And the save made.
Trying to go short side high. He had a little room there.
Patra chasing in behind the net. Gets checked from behind by Lundell and goes down. Puck along the far boards. Kept in by Geeky for the moment. Now it comes out of the zone. Patra gets tripped up against Bach, and the Stars come forward. Thrown toward the net by Steele. Stick save made by Swayman. Geeky's got the free puck and drops it back for Hampus Lindholm. He's going to skate it forward from his own blue line. A cross ice pass for Geeky. Dump in down the right boards. Centering effort by Hampus Lindholm was blocked. Brazo comes over to try to help him out with a puck as Dumba has it pinned against the boards. Pulled free by Brazo. They get it back to Frederick along the blue line. Frederick moving it toward the top of the near circle. Turns to his forehand. Pivots it back down deep out of Coyle's reach, but Wotherspoon just coming on. Will play it back in behind. Brazo couldn't handle it there, and it's lifted up and out of the zone through the middle. Wotherspoon quickly back into the neutral ice with it. Frederick directs it deep into the Dallas zone with 6:22 to play. Tangled up in the near corner. Coyle at the blue line. Carlo battling with Robertson to keep alive. Carlo able to backhand it off the near boards. Dumba slips a check from Frederick and moves it back toward the hash marks near side. Coyle still providing the pressure there. Looks past Carlo into the neutral ice. Carlo will come back and get it as Wotherspoon held his ground against Stankoven. 5:50 to go. Picked off by Ben near the red line. He's able to get into the Boston zone. Centering pass across. It was deflected, but got to Johnston, and he fired one over Swayman.
Yeah, that's one of those unforced, right? I mean, you try to force a play up the boards, but you got other options there, and right back the other way comes Ben on the 2-on-1.
Puck comes careening back towards Swayman here. We'll go through the
Swayman
crease.
did not like that.
He didn't touch it. They waved off the icing, and Swayman barking at the linesman. As the puck gets shot out of play, it was deflected. But with 5:22 to go here in the third period, Dallas leads it 4-2. We'll return to TD Garden on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
What's up, y'all? It's Drewski, here to talk about Prize Picks. Prize Picks is the best place to win real money while watching football. The app is real simple to use. Pick 2 or more players and pick more or less on their projection. Prize Picks puts their members first. All withdrawals are fast, safe, and secure. When my lineup hits, I can get my money in less than 15 minutes. Prize Picks invented the flex play. On Prize Picks, you can mix and match players on different sports, which means you can still cash out even if your lineup isn't perfect. You can double your money even if one of your picks doesn't hit. Prize Picks is the only daily fantasy app with injury insurance. If one of your players go down in the first half, Prize Pick does not count as a loss.
Right now, Prize Picks will give you $50 instantly when you play your first $5 lineup. You don't even need to win to receive the $50 bonus. It's guaranteed. Just download the Prize Picks app and use code GET100. That's code GET100 on Prize Picks to get $50 instantly when you play a $5 lineup. Prize Picks. Run your game. Must be present in certain states. Visit prizepicks.com for restrictions and details.
This is the story of the one. As a warehouse manager, her job is to transform chaos into clarity and to see patterns where others see problems. Luckily, she's got a partner who shares her perspective. Grainger offers over 1 million industrial-grade products, backed by real-person support and in-depth online resources, so she can tackle every task with precision and turn potential setbacks into streamlined success. Call clickgrainger.com or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
The home of the Revs, the Sports Hub.
It's hockey season is the perfect time to replace your old boiler with a new Peerless boiler. Don't wait until you have no heat. Go to peerlessboilers.com for a dealer near you. And remember, Peerless Boilers, the world's best built boilers.
5:22 to go here in regulation at TD Garden. Dallas has a 4-2 lead. Bruins will have a face-off in their defensive zone.
Well, I just got another look at that Poitras chance. He had some space up top. To Smith, in the butterfly down.
Babushkin with a one-timer. That's blocked coming through the slot. Lindholm waited along the near boards. Poitras will find McAvoy coming out of the zone. His pass to the attacking blue line just missed Geekie. Babushkin goes behind the Dallas net toward the far side. McAvoy gets a stick on the puck, but Harley has it. Down to the near boards and helped out by Bach. Off of Geekie's skate. Just outside the Dallas line. Poitras has it. Back into the offensive zone. Try to deal it back toward the blue line for McAvoy. Taken away. 2-on-1 here for the Stars. As Blackwell sends it across ice. This Steele, who was coming down the right wing circle.
He had him, and Steele was a left shot on the right side looking for that one-timer, and it just handcuffed him enough where he couldn't get the shot away.
Hampus Lindholm gives it for Zacha. Zacha from the red line sends it hard around the boards to the Dallas zone. Came right onto the stick of Stankoven, and he brings up through neutral ice, lifts it in toward the net, and Swayman will cover that up in the Boston end with 4:17 left.
They won't. I think the Bruins have fresh bodies on the ice anyhow, but they won't be allowed a line change here because of where that puck came from, neutral zone.
Charlie Coyle will take this face-off. Frederick and Brazo joining him up front. As off the draw, his shot back toward the far point for Dumba, and his one-timer gloved by Swayman. There'll be another face-off in the Boston zone. These two teams will meet again in Dallas November the 14th. Not too far away. Puck comes off the near wall. Kept in at the blue line. But Zadorov on the far side will get it out. He wrapped it past Swayman, or past Sagan rather. It'll come back in towards Swayman, and that one's going to be an icing this time against Dallas.
Well, there was a lot of discussion during the last commercial timeout as well. Jim Montgomery had, and Swayman's coming to the bench, by the way. He had the attention of the linesman. Didn't quite get the explanation he wanted, but ultimately took it. So just under 4 minutes to go, 3:56, and they're going to pull Swayman here with the offensive zone faceoff.
Face-off win here for Elias Lindholm. They get it to McAvoy as it angles into the corner now for Marchand. Lindholm pushed it toward the right wing corner again for Zacha. Back to Marchand, right circle. Down low for Zacha. He'll drag it back toward the hash mark. Steals to Marchand now in the right corner near side. Marchand trying to sweep it back toward the blue line, and it goes between McAvoy and Hampus Lindholm and all the way down wide of the empty net. 3.5 minutes to go. McAvoy gets to the red line, fires into the right wing corner. Funny hop around the glass, came right to Lyubushkin. Ben steers it out of the zone. That's going to go wide of the empty net. They wave off the icing as Dodonov was racing Hampus Lindholm. Puck into the neutral zone, batted ahead by Marchand. But Lindell gets there first in the Dallas end and clears it out.
Got to get some fresh bodies on the ice for the Bruins. Regroup and get fresh bodies out there.
Wotherspoon coming through neutral ice. Finds Frederick just on. Frederick going to the side of the net. Hit the outside of the net. They jam away at it there with Pasternak coming in. And Smith will get it covered with 2:47 left.
So Wotherspoon was able to get out. Brazo was able to get out. Frederick was able to get out. So they did move that puck up to the left wing with fresh bodies out there. And Frederick tries to take that puck strong to the net from the left wing side. Goes off the side of the net. Pasternak had a whack at it, but Smith holding that short side post, keeping it out.
Head empty at the Boston end. 2:47 to play. 2-goal deficit here for the Bruins. Coyle to take this draw. Frederick, Brazo, Geeky out there with him, along with Wotherspoon and Zadorov. Coyle won the face-off. Zadorov from the top of the circle, wristed one wide. Wotherspoon sent it back in behind the net. Brazo to Frederick, trying to bring it out in front. Denied by Heiskanen. Puck locked up along the end boards. Now it frees up and a chance to clear for Robertson, and he does, but wide of the empty net it goes, and another Dallas icing. .227 left in a 4-2 Dallas lead.
You wonder, do you take a timeout there or not? But Dallas has to keep their same bodies on the ice. They can't make the line change.
Elias Lindholm back out to take the draw. Wins it cleanly back to McAvoy at the right point. Pushed it over to the far side for Hampus Lindholm, and a redirected shot off of Elias Lindholm in front. Steered just wide of the net. Back to Hampus at the far point. McAvoy center blue line. Deals to Marchand right circle. His shot goes wide to the short side. Pasternak trying to bat it back out in front of the net. It'll be cleared instead for Rupe Hintz. He's going to break toward the empty net. And from just inside the blue line, he shoots and scores. So at 2:02 to go, Rupe Hintz makes it a 5-2 Dallas lead.
Yeah, good composure coming out of the zone that time for the Dallas Stars. They're going to corral this puck over on the right wing side. After the shot goes wide, the Bruins try to get this puck in front. Can't do it. Tyler Sagan's going to move it into the middle of the ice to Hintz, and then Hintz, McAvoy's going to try to step up on him and take him, and Hintz was able to just get it by him and then get his feet moving, get to the red line for the empty net.
4th goal of the year, 8th point in 8 games for Rupe Hintz. A 5-2 Dallas lead, under 2 minutes to go now as the Bruins get it in behind to Smith, who comes out to play it. Kastelik in the near corner, a takeaway. Whistled one toward the net. Smith denies that. Kepke out near the blue line to keep in. Spun in behind the Dallas net. Kastelik got a piece of that. Bouncing puck settled by Beecher. Pushed it back down low, trying to find Kastelik. He was locked up against Lindell. Lindell pushing it up the near wing, and out of the zone it comes. Beecher will corral it at center ice with 1:25 to go. Peak under pressure from Steele in his own zone. Wotherspoon to Peak, and a pass to neutral ice for Frederick. Redirected around behind the Dallas net. Dumba will keep it moving around the far side. Pass missed to Shane coming out of the zone, and that'll be a Dallas icing with 1:06 to play.
Well, we'll talk about it a little bit in the post game, Ryan, but I mean, that's 2 out of the last, 4 games that they've allowed 3 power play goals against. And today, some of it was off the rush. 2 of the goals in the second period off the rush. The other one was a good setup for Robertson in the high slot, but 3 power play goals given up against the Avalanche, who do that to a lot of teams, and 3 power play goals given up today to the Dallas Stars, who had struggled on the power play, at least results-wise, coming into this one.
Duchesne bringing it to the red line. Plays around behind Swayman. We are under a minute to go. Off the far glass, it gets past Duchesne. Frederick got it across the blue line, but not much further. Carried back in by Stankoven. Now thrown back toward the front of the net. Fedorov dealing it off the far boards for Brazo. From the red line, he'll send it softly into the Dallas zone. Patra giving chase in there. Cleared back out. Peak near the red line. 30 seconds left. Smith left it behind the net. None of his teammates came to get it. Koepke did. He'll bring it around toward the near circle and trying to get it back toward Wotherspoon at the far point. That pass was denied, and Peak will come back after it for Boston. Beecher tapped it along for Kastelik. Kastelik down the right wing side. Sweeps one toward the front of the net. Taken away and cleared out by Lyubushkin. And that will do it as the puck comes out into the neutral ice. So the Dallas Stars, on the strength of that three power play goal burst in the second period, take a 5-2 win here on the road over the Boston Bruins. And we'll be back to recap it from TD Garden coming up on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Sometimes your phone breaks.
Ugh.
Dude. What the? Oh, seriously? Hey, life happens. But at Verizon in the Providence area, we got you. Trade in any phone from one of our top brands in any condition, guaranteed. And get a great deal on one of our best 5G phones with Unlimited Ultimate. And turn...
No!
Into... Oh, yeah! Visit a Providence area Verizon store today.
You didn't start a business just to keep the lights on. You're here to sell more today than yesterday. You're here to win. Lucky for you, Shopify built the best converting checkout on the planet. Like the just one tapping, ridiculously fast acting, sky-high sales stacking, champion of checkouts. That's the good stuff right there. So if your business is in it to win it, win with Shopify. Start your free trial today at shopify.com/win.
You have year-end goals. Constant Contact has what it takes to help you meet them faster. Sell more, raise more, and build real relationships with your audience with Constant Contact's digital marketing tools, all made to fast-track your success. Put the go in your 2024 goals with email, social, SMS, and customized marketing campaigns built for you in just a few clicks. Ready, set, go to ConstantContact.com and start your free trial today.
Coming up short? We've got you covered. With Navigant Credit Union's Overdraft Privilege program, you can take charge of your finances with reduced fees. Just another perk of being an owner. Join Navigant Credit Union today. Federally insured by NCUA.
I'm Joel Clark, a Select Quote agent, with a true story that could save you hundreds of dollars a year. A woman named Linda just called. Her husband, Ray, has a group life insurance policy, but is changing jobs and he can't take it with him. Well, I went to work and found Ray, who's 40 and takes medication to control his high blood pressure, a 10-year, $500,000 policy for only $19 a month. That's way more coverage for a lot less than what he was paying. If SelectQuote didn't shop for your life insurance, you're probably paying too much.
For your free quote and to find out how much you can save, go to SelectQuote.com. That's SelectQuote.com. SelectQuote.com. Since 1985, we shop, you save. Details on example rate at SelectQuote.com.
What makes Contour Next diabetes test strips next level? A few reasons. They're the #1 over-the-counter brand. Next, they give you highly accurate results in seconds. Next, they're more affordable than many insurance copays. Next, they're doctor recommended. And they work with all Contour Next meters. Next level diabetes testing? That's over-the-counter Contour Next test strips. Wahoo! Use with our Contour Next Gen meter.
The only place to hear the game, the Sports Hub.
It's kept in by Heiskanen. Now Johnston, center blue line. Over to Heiskanen, works his way down the right wing wall. They get it back in front, and they score. Jason Robertson standing right in the slot, able to get it behind Swayman. The power play cashes in for Dallas, and they grab their first lead of the game. That was just 31 seconds into the second period as the Stars took a 2-1 lead at that point. They would add 2 more power play goals on 2 more opportunities in that second period to build themselves a 4-1 lead and end up winning this one by the final count of 5-2. Back alongside Bob Beers, I'm Ryan Johnston, and the Bruins fall for the third straight game. One of those was in overtime out in Utah, but 1 point out of a possible 6 over the course of the last 3 games. And a bit of a stumble here to open up this 3-game homestand against the Dallas Stars. What stands out to you most here, Beersy, is on another rough night here for the Bruins?
Well, I mean, 5-on-5, they weren't sharp defensively. Defensively, they struggled in some of those areas where they needed to be tight inside their own zone. They gave up odd man rushes in the first period, quite a few of them in the first period, and then they get themselves into penalty trouble in the second period. And when they get themselves into penalty trouble, you can't kill if you can't kill the penalties. I mean, you see what happens. They score 3 power play goals. Dallas does. In that period, and they had several chances off the rush. They scored 2 goals off the rush with the power play. The other one was a setup for Robertson in the high slot. You know, you work from high down to the half wall, down low, and then that one-touch pass from Ben out to Robertson, and he's not going to make a mistake from there. He's too good. You know, Sagan off the rush, time and space on the right side, and not only time and space, good space. Like he's not wide. He's well inside the dot as a right shot on the right-hand side. You know, and he's too good of a shooter there. You know, too many open looks for the Dallas Stars. Bruins up to 29 goals against right now in the 8 games that they've played. You can talk all you want about the offense. We got into this a little bit in between periods. You can talk all you want about not having enough offense. If you can't defend, you're chasing the game. And you're taking undisciplined penalties, avoidable penalties, and then you're not killing them. I mean, the overall picture of it, the PK is actually who's in the top 10 coming into today, believe it or not. But today, after today, I mean, you've allowed 9 power play goals on, what did the Dallas Stars have for power play chances? 5. So what is it, 40? 40 chances. And you know, you talked to Jim Montgomery earlier today, and you brought up the fact that the Bruins have taken more minors than anybody in the league. You know, it's a tough way to play the game all the time.
Let's go down and hear some of Jim Montgomery's thoughts.
Same things kind of happen. It's very frustrating. I mean, it just, you know, there's not much to say except it's unacceptable, and it's throughout the lineup.
Were you trying to impart anything beyond X's and O's in that timeout before, I think, the third penalty killed?
I didn't think we were being physical enough. You talking about in the middle of the second?
Yeah.
You know, I just said, let's kill this penalty off, and I wanted to get skating and hitting. You know, so I kind of simplified everything so that we would go north and so that we would be more physical. We got a little more physical.
Jim, any idea why the attitudes are where they are?
Well, I mean, it starts with, you know, we had success in Colorado. We came out flat in Utah, and